Happy Google I/O Day. How are you all doing? Oh, I should turn on some music. Wow, what a noob. What a noob live streamer. How are y'all doing? Let's do this. Okay, we got some music going. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Google I/O Day. There's a lot of things to consider and to wonder if Google is going to announce or come out with. So there's a lot of y'all who have some really cool questions and thoughts in the chat. Let me pull that up here. If you're tuning in, let me know where you're tuning in from. I'd love to know where you're all watching from. It's kind of crazy, this whole internet thing, right? Yes. So it's starting in 20 minutes. Finally announced a working Pixel 6. I hope so. I would imagine that Android 13 will be a quality of life type of thing, where you're able to have things more stable. So let's hope that's actually what happens. Los Angeles. Oh, nice. You're local. Yes, purple bars are the giveaway on a lot of things for my content. So if you see like a sponsored integration in a video, there's also like a purple bar that goes through it, so it tells you the time for that. Same for the live streams. Actually, let's go over to this view because we have it going on there. She's just vibing, but we don't need to listen to that right now. Your Pixel 3 XL is asking for retirement. It seems like the option is no longer a Pixel line. Oh, well, hopefully it is the choice. Google Glass. Yes, I think that Google Glass would actually fit in really well now. So I think it would be smart for Google to actually do something with that. I know they're working on it in the medical field, like the professional field, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're doing something more robust soon. Welcome. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button to help out the YouTube algorithm. That helps other people find the live stream and stuff. We have like 133 of you here. That's amazing. Thank you. Yes, can we? Oh, thank you. Chitis? Wow, I'm not gonna try to say your last name. That's the one thing that's like true of me, is if I try to pronounce your name, I'm just gonna butcher it like anyone. But if you want to donate and do a super chat, then I'll have to read your name out loud. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, thanks so much, JJ. Welcome. Pixel 6a. Yes, I imagine that's definitely going to come. June feature drop. I don't know. Maybe. I don't think Elon is going to buy Google. 6a would have a 60 hertz display. Oh, that'd be a bummer if that's the case. Rocket Force, welcome. Ivan, welcome. Joey, welcome. Ivan's in Texas, nice. Since first rumor of a Google Watch, 5 years. Yeah, it's been a while. They've actually, the LG Watch that came out in the past, that was actually Google. What is that? LG Watch that was the canceled Google Pixel Watch. Yeah, here we go. So this was actually supposed to be the Google Pixel Watch back in the day. And this was in 2017. Yeah, so 5 years ago. You're right. Good memory there. Shani? You're in LA, nice. Courtney, Michigan. K Jones, Brooklyn, nice. Psalmist, cool name. Cincinnati, Ohio. David, you're from Germany. That's so cool. Mark, Boston. Chris from Vancouver, Canada. Yeah. K Jones, okay. Williams, Northern Marianas Island. Oh, Nick Saylor. Thank you for the super chat. $5. Let's do this. I want my Pixel Watch and Pixel Buds Pro. I agree. I do hope that we get Pixel Buds a follow-up to this, because even though the Pixel Buds A lost a lot of features from the original or from the previous version of Pixel Buds, they actually sound pretty dang good for their price. They're like $100. That's crazy. But you don't have wireless charging. You have swipe controls. Ooh, sorry. This is the first time I'm like talking this morning. But yeah, like it's all those different things where it'd be nice to have like a Pixel Buds Pro with active noise canceling and stuff like that. I think they would do it well because like their tuning for their audio products, like the Nest speaker is actually really good. Let's see. You are from Mars. A bit lonely here, but the Starlink is awesome. We have an Elon Maximalist here. William, I remember being here last May hoping for the Pixel Watch. Please let this be the day. I agree. Hey, DandyMan54, thank you so much for being a member for the past 6 months. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, if you want to be a member, you get custom emojis, you get a nice badge. I can find you very easily in the comments and respond to it. And then also we have special updates and exclusive content that comes out occasionally. There will be some stuff that comes out this month that is about some stuff that has not been announced and released, but it'll be exclusive for members. So if you want to be a member, there's a little member button next to that subscribe button. Lithuania, wow, that's cool. Let's see, Google needs to do a 6A with 90 hertz and upgrade the regular 7 to 120 hertz. 7 Pro, yeah. LTPO would be nice. Toronto, William, nice. Pittsburgh, William, nice. We got Nick. Oh no, the chat's jumping. We have Nick Saylor in San Diego. Oh man. Oh, I'm looking through the chat that you guys see. Hold on, let me do this. I'm screwing it up. I just want to get my eyeline better. Let's see, Toronto, Cyprus. Yeah, Andrea, I don't see a ton of last minute leaks. That physical Pixel Watch leak was pretty significant. Sergi, what's up? Nice to see you again. Pixel 3 XL has left the chat. That's funny. You're here for the Pixel Watch. I am too. Sarah's in Dallas. Nice. You're working. Oh wow. Yep. Thanks for watching while you're working. Don't get in trouble. Patrick's in Ohio. Paul's in Ontario. Nice. Yeah, no, that LG Watch Sport is interesting. They ditched it because it just didn't meet their like expectations and stuff. Vito, Pixel 7 Pro to match. Yeah, that would be nice to have. Nice to see you again, Vito. Beaker, what's up? You're in Fargo. We have Nepal, Rochester, New York, Trinidad and Tobago, Wisconsin. Oh my goodness, we're all over the world. This is crazy. Kolkata, India. Nice. EV Leaks just dropped the full specs of the 6A. He would do that. San Antonio. Oh, you're working home? Wait on the news. Okay, yeah, nice. Mito Unboxing, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate that. I'm trying to catch up here. This is hard. There's a lot of you here. There's over 200 of you here. Adrian, wish you could watch it live. I have to go to work. Hey, the great thing is I make this a video on demand, so you can watch it after the fact if you want to. Scranton, Pennsylvania. Is it just me or is this way too early for this type of music? Sorry. Wyatt, yay! Welcome, Wyatt. Thank you for being here. Wyatt is a wonderful mod in the Discord server. This is Tech Today Discord chat server. So if you want to join us and be in community with us, we talk about all things tech and all that stuff. Go to discord.gg/thisistechtoday. Aaron, oh man, how do I say your last name? Freusland? Aaron Freusland? Thank you for the $5 super chat. Appreciate that so much. Mr. Gels, thank you. Welcome as a member of the channel. Appreciate you. Enjoy those custom emotes. Use them as much as you want in the chat. Akair, have been loving your work and your views on tech for a while for this channel to grow. Oh yes, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Mito Unboxings in Nigeria. Oh, we have Israel, Germany. I'm a little bit sad that I probably won't be able to buy the Pixel Watch in a few hours. Maybe just a sneak peek. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to tease it or if they're actually going to like announce it. That'd be cool if they actually announce it. Frank about tech. Looking forward to the Pixel Watch, the Pixel Fold, and some new Pixel Buds and noise canceling. An auto pass-through. Oh, that would be cool. Not enough companies pay attention to pass-through. I agree. John from Iowa. Libya. Wow. Michigan. Wyoming. Oh, I got it, Aaron. Nice. Bonjour. Me do? I can't say your name, sorry. Watching while working here in Pickering, Ontario. Thank you, Mr. Giles. Ruben79NYC, thank you for the super chat. Listening in while at work, looking forward to seeing Pixel Buds Pro, hopefully. I agree. Philly in the house, Puerto Rico, India, Singapore. Here's hoping that they will release live view indoors in Google Maps in Australia. Oh, that'd be cool. A tablet running on Tensor Pro in it, and that'd be interesting. Thank you so much, Mr. Giles. From Palestine, cool. Looking for the Pixel Watch and Buds Pro. 230 plus online. Yes, please hit the like button. That'd be really appreciated. Okay, just a quick note. This stream is being sponsored by Seeker. Oh, and Ruby's here. Hold on. let's show Ruby. Hi, Ruby. Hi, Ruby. You want the attention? You see me talking and. Here, we got this top-down view too. Yeah. But yes, this stream is being sponsored by Seeker. It is a independent search platform that allows you to have control over the things that you search for. Other platforms, what happens is they present the things that they want you to see. There's financial interest there. They can have ads and all this other stuff that's built into it. This one, you can actually just go here and search for things, and they have a thing called a Seeker score. So you can go to search for something in particular or go to top news. And over here, you can see these little scores. You see here, it has like 8 for a Seeker score. And you can look over here and you can see whether or not it's has clickbait, whether it's subjective or objective, like whether or not it's an opinion piece, or more based upon facts and stuff like that, or whether or not there's like personal attack and all this other stuff. So sometimes that can be really exhausting for me. So I really don't like that. And I really hate going to like a Forbes article that Gordon Kelly has written with a nasty surprise. So something like that would have a low Seeker score. So let's see here. 3.5. Oh, sorry, Gizmodo. So see, Gizmodo has a 3.5 on this one, and it has a high subjectivity and a high clickbait. Oh boy, that's a bummer. So yeah, you can kind of see how they're talking about even just the iPhone over here, and that's how you can kind of see how it works out. Now, if you want to have more control over things like that, you can actually adjust the Seeker score to only have higher quality options there, so you can kind of just save time on reading things. And if you are interested in stuff like this, you can adjust the political lean filter for things. I personally like being right in the middle for things. And so that keeps things a little bit less, dramatic, I suppose. You can also see how the algorithms work and everything, so it's all transparent, so you know how it all works and how they figure out political leans. They have like independent auditors and all that stuff. So it's actually a really cool option and something that I'll use when I want to look up certain things that can be a little bit more charging in terms of the topics that you're looking for. So yeah, give it a look. It's seeker.com. Thank you so much for Seeker for sponsoring the live stream. Appreciate it. That helps make things like this possible. Okay, we got 6 minutes and 42 seconds left. The Han Studio. Can't wait for WWDC next month. Yeah, 9 minutes. Let's go. Yeah, Denmark. That's awesome, Bertram. Watching from Charleston, South Carolina. What phone are you currently rocking? I am dual wielding. You have the Pixel 6 Pro and the iPhone 13 Pro Max. I do wish, and I've mentioned this in my videos, I do wish that the Ultra came in this form factor, this design, because I really love the way it looks. It's really cool, and it's like nicer than the iPhone, the Pro Max, because this is a little bit like jabby because it's so like flat and sharp on the edges. And this one has a little bit of a curve on it, and it's kind of nice. But instead we get this like outdated looking S22 Ultra design. It's clearly the design from last year if they were going to release a Note, but they didn't. It just looks so, I don't know, out of place. And then over here we have a OnePlus phone. I actually like the way it looks and the way it feels. I know that's perhaps a polarizing view. Okay, let's see. What phone can you see? Number one, autofile. Oh yeah, thank you. Oh, let's go over here. Turn off the music. I even faded out the audio. This is like some Jurassic Park thing. Oh, that was it? Did they start that early? Is that what happened? I don't know what happened there. All right, well, I guess we'll keep listening to our music for now. Let's listen to something. Yeah, this is a fun one. Okay. Vito, I'm definitely excited about the Pixel Watch news, but then only to be disappointed. We have to wait until October to order them and wait. AirPods Max, maybe. Okay, so real quick, before it starts, let's do a quick look through certain things that we could expect. Obviously, it's likely we'll have the Pixel 6a here. Some people, yeah, like if you, let me know in the chat, are you interested in the Pixel 6a or not? If you are, I guess just type in the chat Pixel 6a. Hyundai Europe, nice. Okay, we have potentially 3 models of the Pixel Watch. The question is, what are those variations? I imagine that might be a 44 or 40 millimeter, a 44 millimeter, and then a 44 millimeter with cellular capabilities. We'll see. I do hope that there's a larger one. Let's see. The gentleman who leaked this showed off the watch bands and stuff. Hope you're doing all right, dude. But yeah, he was able to share a lot of information with us, which is really cool. And the sensors and everything really match a lot of different things for a Fitbit. So the sensors are essentially the same. So that's actually really exciting because I really like using the Fitbit, but it was hard for me to use only the Fitbit because I wanted smartwatch features with notifications and all that other stuff. So that's kind of a little bit of a bummer there. Okay, we're checking. Oh. Let's find a better song. Let's do this. I'm gonna pick the song. There we go. Wyatt Floyd, Pixel Watch. I've been waiting 5 years for one to be a thing. I agree, Wyatt. Let's see. Pure Google Android, yes, that would be nice. Battery life prediction on the watch if it's released. From what I'm hearing, it's like maybe 1 day. Early dog fooding tests said that it was having a hard time going beyond a day, so I don't know if they fixed that. Hopefully they have. There's over 300 of you here. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that thumbs up on the live stream so other people can see the stream. Thank you so much. Don't make me consider OnePlus. Tell me you're on a brand. I need a Pixel 3 XL replacement. Yeah, so Erica, are you looking at the A series or like the mainline series? Because those don't come out until, like the mainline series don't come out until October usually. Drew Hall, be honest, which are you more a fan of, iPhone, Samsung Galaxy, or Google Pixel? I personally use the Google Pixel more, but I also really like the iPhone for its own reasons and stuff. So it's, yeah, they have their pros and cons. And Samsung's actually, their One UI has gotten like really good. And I've actually started to really enjoy it. I may have actually used the S22 Ultra if it had a different form factor and design. Okay, let's go through these real quick. 20mm watch band. We got all that. We have Pixel Watch's official name. 300 milliamp battery, so that kind of answers some of the battery life, and you might be able to have a larger battery if it is a 44mm. Yeah, and here's the Fitbit sensors and stuff. I would grab my Fitbit, but we're about to start. Here we go.
future cannot be predicted. It will be invented.
Here we go.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah, Ruby.
It's impossible.
Fantastic speeds.
Yeah, Chris, I think A-series are supposed to be announced.
It's
That's sort of
dramatically
nice. In the trend.
It began with a problem, and it was kind of a big one.
There was so much information in the world, and yet it was so difficult to find.
So we tried to solve that problem. But along the way, we found new ones, like how to reply to all those emails. What's the best way to get from A to B? How do I get that look? Or how do I get rid of that? For this,
My computer just crashed.
we built that. From that came this. To stop this, we made that. The more we look, the more we find. Find a problem, build a solution.
Climate crisis.
Our goal is to make the sustainable choice an easier choice.
Whether someone that can't see, can't hear, really make it accessible to as broad a set of people as possible.
Okay, get ready.
We know that the starting point is uneven, but we can generate equitable outcomes and give everybody a level playing field.
It can actually just be inspired by the world around us.
Technology has the power to make everyone's lives better. It just has to be built.
Yes, Wayne, I want a pixel book. More cat, please. Okay. Good morning.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, mic check, 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me?
You're supposed to do that beforehand, man.
It's on. After 2 years of starting many meetings on mute, I thought I should double check.
Oh.
All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome. Let's actually make that welcome back. It's so great to be back in Shoreline Amphitheater after 3 years away. To the... Well, thank you for joining us, and to the thousands of developers, partners, and Googlers here with us, it's great to see all of you. And to the millions more joining us around the world on Livestream, we are so happy you're here too. Last year, we shared how new breakthroughs in some of the most technically challenging areas of computer science are making Google products more helpful in the moments that matter. All of this work is in service of our timeless mission to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. I'm excited to show you how we are driving that mission forward in 2 key ways.
Yeah, it is nice to see it in person.
By deepening our understanding of information so that we can turn it into knowledge, and advancing the state of computing so that knowledge is easier to access, no matter who or where you are. Today, you'll see how progress on these 2 parts of our mission ensures Google products are built to help. And I'll start with a few quick examples. Throughout the pandemic, Google has focused on delivering accurate information to help people stay healthy. Over the last year, people used Google Search and Maps to find where they could get a COVID vaccine nearly 2 billion times. We've also expanded our flood forecasting technology to help people stay safe in the face of natural disasters. During last year's monsoon season, our flood alerts notified more than 23 million people in India and Bangladesh. And we estimate this supported the timely evacuation of hundreds of thousands of people. In Ukraine, we worked with the government to rapidly deploy air raid alerts. To date, we have delivered hundreds of millions of alerts. In March, I was in Poland, where millions of Ukrainians have sought refuge. Warsaw's population has increased by nearly 20%, as families host refugees in their homes, and schools welcome thousands of new students. Nearly every Google employee I spoke with was hosting someone. In countries around the world, Google Translate has been a crucial tool for newcomers and residents trying to communicate with one another. We are proud of how it's helping Ukrainians find a bit of hope and connection until they are able to return home again. Real-time translation is a testament to how knowledge and computing come together to make people's lives better. More people are using Google Translate than ever before, but we still have work to do to make it universally accessible. There is a long tail of languages that are underrepresented on the web today, and translating them is a hard technical problem. That's because translation models are usually trained with bilingual text. For example, the same phrase in both English and Spanish. However, there's not enough publicly available bilingual text for every language. So with advances in machine learning, we have developed a monolingual approach where the model learns to translate a new language without ever seeing a direct translation of it. By collaborating with native speakers and institutions, we found these translations were of sufficient quality to be useful. Today, I'm excited to announce that we are adding 24 new languages to Google Translate.
Oh, that's awesome. Google's just like crushing it for all the translation and machine learning stuff.
This includes the first indigenous language of the Americas, and together these languages are spoken by more than 300 million people. Breakthroughs like this are powering a radical shift in how we access knowledge and use computers. Yet so much of what's knowable about our world goes beyond language. It's in the physical and geospatial information around us. For more than 15 years, Google Maps has worked to create rich and useful representations of this information to help us navigate. Advances in AI are taking this work to the next level, whether it's expanding our coverage to remote areas, reimagining how to explore the world in more intuitive ways. Around the world, we have mapped around 1.6 billion buildings and over 60 million kilometers of roads to date. Some remote and rural areas have previously been difficult to map due to scarcity of high-quality imagery and distinct building types and terrain. To address this, we are using computer vision to detect buildings at scale from satellite images. As a result, we've increased the number of buildings on Google Maps in Africa by 5 times since July 2020, from 60 million to nearly 300 million.
Well, there she goes. Ruby's all out of pets.
We have also doubled the number of buildings mapped in India and Indonesia this year. And globally, over 20% of buildings on Google Maps have been detected using these new techniques. We've gone a step further and made the data set of buildings in Africa publicly available.
That's awesome.
International organizations like the United Nations and the World Bank are already using it to better understand population density and to provide support and emergency assistance. We're also bringing new capabilities into maps. Using advances in 3D mapping and machine learning, we are fusing billions of aerial and street-level images to create a new high-fidelity representation of a place. These breakthrough technologies are coming together to power a new experience in maps called immersive view. It allows you to explore a place like never before. Let's go to London and take a look. What a beautiful city. Say you're planning to visit Westminster with your family. You can get into this immersive view straight from maps on your phone. And you can pan around the sides. Here's Westminster Abbey. And if you're thinking of heading to see Big Ben, you can check if there's traffic, how busy it is, and even see the weather forecast. It's London, so I'm guessing it's rain. Now, if you're looking to grab a bite during your visit, you can check out restaurants nearby and get a glimpse inside.
Holy cow. They're making it look like a drone? Yo, that's sick.
What's amazing is that this isn't a drone flying in the restaurant. We use neural rendering to create the experience from images alone. And Google Cloud Immersive Stream allows this experience to run on any smartphone. This feature will start rolling out in Google Maps for select cities globally this year. Another big improvement to Maps is eco-friendly routing. Launched last year, it shows you the most fuel-efficient route. giving you the choice to save money on gas and reduce carbon emissions. Eco-friendly routes have already rolled out in US and Canada, and people have used them to travel 86 billion miles, helping save an estimated 500,000 metric tons of carbon emissions, the equivalent of taking 100,000 cars off the road. I'm happy to share that we are expanding this feature to more places, including Europe later this year.
Oh, nice.
In this Berlin example, you could reduce your fuel consumption by 18%, taking a route that is just 3 minutes slower. These small decisions have a big impact at scale. With the expansion into Europe and beyond, we estimate carbon emission savings will double by the end of the year. And we've added a similar feature to Google Flights. When you search for flights between two cities, we also show you carbon emission estimates alongside other information like price and schedule, making it easy to choose a greener option. These eco-friendly features in maps and flights are part of our goal to empower 1 billion people to make more sustainable choices through our products, and we are excited about the progress here. Beyond maps, video is becoming an even more fundamental part of how we share information, communicate, and learn. Often, when you come to YouTube, you're looking for a specific moment in a video, and we want to help you get there faster. Last year, we launched auto-generated chapters to make it easier to jump to the part you're most interested in. This is also great for creators because it saves them time making chapters. We are now applying multimodal technology from DeepMind. It simultaneously uses text, audio, and video to auto-generate chapters with greater accuracy and speed. With this, we now have a goal to 10x the number of videos with auto-generated chapters from 8 million today to 80 million over the next year. Often the fastest way to get a sense of a video's content is to read its transcript. So we are also using speech recognition models to transcribe videos. Video transcripts are now available to all Android and iOS users. Next up, we are bringing auto-translated captions on YouTube to mobile, which means viewers can now auto-translate video captions in 16 languages, and creators can grow their global audience. We'll also be expanding auto-translated captions to Ukrainian YouTube content next month, part of our larger effort to increase access to accurate information about the war.
I see no watch on him. I'm looking.
Just as we are using AI to improve features in YouTube, we are building it into our workspace products to help people be more efficient. Whether you work for a small business or a large institution, chances are you spend a lot of time reading documents. Maybe you felt that wave of panic when you realize you have a 25-page document to read ahead of a meeting that starts in 5 minutes. At Google, whenever I get a long document or email, I look for a TLDR at the top. TLDR is short for too long, didn't read.
I mean, sure, they're going to.
And it got us thinking, wouldn't life be better if more things had a TLDR? That's why we have introduced automated summarization for Google Docs.
What? No. Literally,
using one of the machine learning models, Google Docs will automatically parse and pull out the main points. This marks a big leap forward for natural language processing. It requires understanding of long passages, information compression, and language generation, which used to be outside of the capabilities of even the best machine learning models. And docs are only the beginning. We are launching summarization for other products in Workspace. It'll come to Google Chat in the next few months, providing a helpful digest of chat conversations. So you can jump right back into a group chat or look back at the key highlights. What's for lunch?
That's amazing.
What's for lunch is definitely a highlight in my opinion. We are working to bring transcription and summarization to Google Meet as well, so you can catch up on some of the most important meetings you missed. Of course, there are many moments where you really want to be in a virtual room with someone, and that's why we continue to improve audio and video quality, inspired by Project Starline, which we introduced at I/O last year.
Paul,
We've
maybe.
been testing it across Google offices to get feedback and improve the technology for the future. And in the process, we've learned some things that we can apply right now to Google Meet.
I really want to try
Starline
this.
inspired machine learning-powered image processing to automatically improve your image quality on Google Meet. And it works on all types of devices, so you look your best wherever you are.
Wow!
We're also bringing studio-quality virtual lighting to Meet. You can adjust the light position and brightness,
and it just
so
like
you'll
digitally
still be visible
dresses
in
you
a
up.
dark room or sitting in front of a window. We are testing this feature to ensure everyone looks like their true selves, continuing the work we have done with real tone on the Pixel phones on the Monk scale, which we will tell you about in just a moment. These are just some of the ways AI is improving our products, making them more helpful, more accessible, and delivering innovative new features for everyone. Now I'll turn it over to Prabhakar to share the progress we are making on our original,
Those are cool. I
most
really like
important
that.
product, Google Search.
Yeah, I definitely think Google is the leading AI machine learning company, hands down.
Thanks, Sundar. People's quest for knowledge often starts with a search. And over time, we worked hard to understand the trillions of questions that people ask us every year and to deliver the most helpful information possible. But the way people search for information shouldn't be constrained to typing keywords in a search box. It's human nature to gain knowledge through multiple senses and inputs as we go about our day. For instance, if I hear a bird chirping outside the window, I might point to it and ask my wife, what kind of bird is that?
Oh no. It's going to tell
While
bird.
it's a huge challenge for computers to understand information the way we do, advances in technology are helping bridge the gap. With AI technologies like natural language understanding and computer vision, we're transforming search to be far more natural and helpful than ever before. Imagine a future where you can search any way and anywhere and find helpful information about what you see, hear, and experience in whatever way is most intuitive to you.
It's a deep Ren.
This is our vision for the future of search, and it's one we've already taken steps towards. When Google started, our breakthrough was in understanding text-based queries. Over time, people have asked us more complex and nuanced questions, and our investment in natural language understanding has significantly improved our ability to answer these, even when the query feels like a brain teaser. I don't know this one either. It's Hachi, a dog story. That's the answer. But for many questions, it can be easier to speak than type, which is why over a decade ago, we introduced voice search. We now get hundreds of millions of voice queries every day, and adoption is even higher amongst new internet users. In India, for example, nearly 30% of Hindi queries are spoken. But often, seeing is understanding. So we reimagined Google Search yet again with Google Lens to help you search what you see using your camera right from your search bar. Lens is now used over 8 billion times a month, which is nearly tripled last year. Now, we're redefining Google Search yet again.
The beta's still
We're combining our
buggy.
understanding of information across multiple modes to help you express your needs more naturally than ever before. Just last month, we launched multi-search, one of our most significant updates to search. In the Google app, you can now search by taking a photo and asking a question at the same time. You can snap a pic of a spill-proof water bottle and ask for one with rainbows on it to brighten your kid's day. Or in my case, I was able to take a photo of my leaky faucet and order the part to fix it. The funny thing is, I still don't know what that part is called. But this is just the beginning of what we can do with multi-search. Later this year, we'll add a new way to search for local information with multi-search near me. Just take a picture or long press one you see online and add near me to find what you need from the millions of local businesses we serve in Google. Near me will work on multi-search for everything from apparel to home goods to my personal favorite, food and local restaurants. So let's say I spot a tasty-looking dish online. I don't know what's in it or what it's called, but it's making me hungry. With this new capability, I can quickly identify that it's japchae, a Korean dish, find nearby restaurants that serve it, and enjoy it in no time. While this all seems simple enough, here's what's happening under the hood. Google's multimodal understanding recognizes the visual intricacies of the dish and combines it with an understanding of my intent, that I'm looking for local restaurants that serve japchae. It then scans millions of images and reviews posted on web pages from our active community of Maps contributors to find results about nearby spots. Multi-search near me will be available globally later this year in English and will come to more languages over time. Today, this technology recognizes objects captured within a single frame. But sometimes you might want information about a whole scene in front of you. In the future, with an advancement we're calling scene exploration, you'll be able to use multi-search to pan your camera and ask a question and instantly glean insights about multiple objects in a wider scene. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're trying to pick out the perfect candy bar for your friend who's a bit of a chocolate connoisseur. You know they like dark chocolate and have an aversion to nuts, and of course you want to get them something good. If you went to the store today to find the best nut-free dark chocolate, you'd be standing in the aisle for a while. You'd look at each bar, figure out which type of chocolate it is, whether it's nut-free, compare and contrast the options, and maybe even look up reviews online. But thanks to scene exploration, you'll be able to scan the entire shelf with your camera and see helpful insights overlaid in front of you.
What? What?
Yeah, insights overlaid, so you can find precisely what you're looking for. Try doing that with just keywords. Here's how it works. Scene exploration uses computer vision to instantly connect the multiple frames that make up the scene and identify all the objects within it. Simultaneously, it taps into the richness of the web.
Speaking of these nuts,
Google's knowledge graph.
This is nuts.
The most helpful results. In this case, which bars are nut-free, dark chocolate, and highly rated. Scene exploration is a powerful breakthrough in our device's ability to understand the world the way we do. And it gives us a superpower, the ability to see relevant information overlaid in the context of the world around us.
Stop.
You could imagine using this in a pharmacy to find a scent-free moisturizer, or at your local corner store to find a Black-owned wine label to support. This is like having a supercharged Control F for the world around you. Looking further out,
it's true.
This technology could be used beyond everyday needs to help address societal challenges, like supporting conservationists in identifying plant species that need protection,
or
helping disaster relief workers quickly sort through donations in times of need.
No.
From multi-search near me to scene exploration, the advancements we've talked about today are in service of our broader vision to make search even more natural and helpful. So you can search your whole world asking questions anyway and anywhere. To deliver on this promise, Google needs to serve billions of people's diverse information needs. And it's critical that they see themselves reflected in our products. Building for everyone is a core value at Google. You might recall at I/O last year, we announced RealTone, a multi-year initiative to build more equitable camera and imagery experiences on Pixel 6.
Yeah, we don't use our phone nearly enough. Like all the things that you can do.
We are now expanding our commitment to skin tone equity across Google products. We partnered with Harvard professor Dr. Ellis Monk, who spent the past decade researching the impact of race, ethnicity, and skin tone on social inequality. And his research and expertise are shaping how we approach inclusivity in our products.
The iPhone makes me look like an Oompa Loompa, so I'm actually really thankful for this personally.
Before I hand it over to my colleague Annie to tell you more about the work we're doing in this space, let's hear from Dr. Monk himself.
Oftentimes when it comes down to representation, I'm amongst the darkest that you would find in media, when I know that there are much darker folks, even of different races.
Color biases and colorism are really a global phenomena. The reality is life chances, opportunities, all of these things were very much tied to your phenotypical makeup.
It's facts. I feel like ever since I was a kid, if you were dark, you were not considered pretty.
From a really young age, I did feel a really strong sense of responsibility to dig more deeply into issues of colorism. So for the last 10 years, I've been working on issues of racial inequality. And I developed a 10-point skin tone scale with the goal of making sure that everyone across the skin tone continuum feels represented.
Do you feel like right now it's easy to find your skin tone?
When we type beauty tutorial, if we only see white women, just ties into the bigger picture of not being represented.
We can weed out these biases in our technology from a really early stage and make sure that the technologies that we have work equally well across all skin tones. I think this is just a huge step forward.
Being represented is a right. If the internet truly is for everyone, then everyone should be represented.
There is great potential for the tech industry to adopt the scale because the world is a better place when technology works equally well for everyone.
So imagine this, because we're joking about like the dating thing, but like Google technically knows all the information about you and someone else, so they know what you like and what you believe and all that stuff, and they can just tell you.
At Google,
hey,
we build products for the world. Billions of people with varied backgrounds and experiences rely on our products every day. As Dr. Monk mentioned, skin tone is one of many important dimensions that shapes people's identity and experiences, and we all deserve to feel seen and validated. Today, we're excited to share how we're starting to use the Monk Skin Tone Scale to build more inclusive products across Google. Developed by Dr. Monk, the scale adds a critical step to our product development and testing to ensure the technology powering our features works well for everyone.
And then they can match you.
Our research has shown that more people in the US find the Monk scale to more accurately reflect their skin tone compared to the current industry standard. This was especially true for people with darker skin tones. We're testing the scale globally and in different product settings, and we'll continue to improve it to reflect people everywhere.
I'm feeling lucky.
At Google, we've started using the Monk scale to help improve how we understand and represent skin tone in products like photos and search. Every day, millions of people search the web, expecting to see images that match the diversity of the world around them. We've started to roll out improvements to images in Google search to show a range of skin tone diversity so that people from all kinds of backgrounds can find more relevant results. And for makeup queries like everyday eyeshadow and bridal makeup looks, users will have a new way to filter by relevant skin tones to find more helpful results. I can't tell you the number of times that complementary shades I can't tell you the number of times complementary shades for my skin tone haven't been available. And so I'm personally thrilled to be able to easily filter for images that I can relate to. Building on our work with Realtone, we're also using the Monk scale to improve imagery experiences in products like Google Photos. And later this month, we'll be launching new Realtone filters that were designed to work well across skin tones and evaluated using the Monk scale. These filters were crafted by a diverse range of renowned image makers who are celebrated for beautiful and accurate depictions of their subjects. With Realtone filters, you can apply the beauty and authenticity of professional editing to your own photos with just a few taps. Building more inclusive experiences is a long-term commitment, one that involves close collaboration with brands, publishers, and researchers. And that's why we're pleased to announce that today we are open sourcing the Monk skin tone scale so anyone can use it as a more representative skin tone guide.
Yeah, I mean, that could technically help out even on the iPhone and stuff. That's cool.
In research and in product development. By open sourcing the scale, our goal is to improve it over time in partnership with the industry. In the coming months, we'll also be developing a standardized way to label content for images on Google Search. Creators, brands, and publishers will be able to use an inclusive schema to label images with attributes like skin tone, hair color, and hair texture.
Yeah, you can watch the video on
demand. All of this is part of our ongoing commitment to ensuring that the web is as representative as our world. And now, let's check in with our watch party in Sao Paulo.
Oh, they're actually showing the actual watch party. So there's one going in New York and in LA, but I wasn't able to go to the LA one because I'm here with all of you. I decided to stay here for all y'all instead of going over there.
Thanks, Annie and team, for such inspiring work, and hola, Sao Paulo. So far today, we have talked about how we are advancing access to knowledge as part of our mission, from better language translation to improved search experiences across images and video, to richer explorations of the world using maps. Now we are going to focus on how we make that knowledge even more accessible through computing. The journey we've been on with computing is an exciting one. Every shift from desktop to the web, to mobile, to wearables and ambient computing has made knowledge more useful in our daily lives. As helpful as our devices are, we've had to work pretty hard to adapt to them. I've always thought computers should be adapting to people, not the other way around.
Ruby's trying to sit on the video switch.
So we continue to push ourselves to make progress here. To share more about how we are making computing more natural and intuitive with the Google Assistant, here's Sissy.
He did say wearables.
Thanks, Sundar. Possibly. It's amazing how quickly voice is becoming such a common way to access computing. Every month, over 700 million people around the world get everyday tasks done with their assistant. They can just say, "Hey Google," to get help on the go, in their homes, and even in the car. But these interactions are still not as natural as they could be. First, you should be able to easily initiate conversations with your assistant. So today, we're introducing 2 new options so you don't have to say, "Hey Google," every time.
Oh, whose things? Everybody's things just went off.
First is a new feature for Desktop Macs called Look and Talk, which is beginning to roll out today. You can simply look directly at your device and ask for what you need, like when you make eye contact to start a conversation with another person. Once you opt in, Look and Talk is designed to activate when both Face Match and Voice Match recognize it's you. And video from these interactions is processed entirely on device, so it isn't shared with Google or anyone else.
Yeah, everyone's device is just triggered.
Let me turn the camera back on and show you how it works.
The mic and camera are back on.
Walking into the kitchen to start a weekend with my family, I can simply look over and ask, show me some beaches in Santa Cruz.
Looks like you have to really get in front of it, though.
I found a few beaches near Santa Cruz.
That's cool if it works and you don't have to be so straight on with it, but she may have been that straight on because
Pretty
it's a
cool,
demonstration.
Right? How long does it take to get to that first one?
By car, the trip to Natural Bridges State Beach is 51 minutes.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I don't know if you have to be that intentional with it. If you can just walk over casually,
that's so much easier than saying the hot
sense.
word over and over. The ability to distinguish intentional eye contact from a passing glance requires 6 machine learning models that are processing over 100 signals, like proximity, head orientation, and gaze direction to evaluate the user's intent all in real time. We've also tested and refined Look and Talk to work across a range of different skin tones, using some of the same principles of inclusion behind real tone on Pixel 6 camera and Monk Scale.
God Studio, what's the weather? I'm sorry, Kareem.
We're also excited to expand quick phrases on Nest Hub Max. Quick phrases already lets you skip the hot word for things like answering calls on Pixel 6 and stopping timers on Nest devices. And in the next few months, you'll be able to ask your assistant for many common requests, like setting alarms, asking for the time, and controlling lights from your Nest Hub Max, all without saying the hot word. All right, check this out. Turn off the living room light.
Nice. I do this every single night.
That was so easy. I just said what I wanted.
I literally do it every single night.
Designed with privacy in mind, you choose which quick phrases are enabled for your Nest Hub Max. So those are 2 ways that it's getting easier to start talking to the assistant. We're also improving how the assistant understands you by being more responsive as you just speak naturally. If you listen closely, people's conversations are full of ums, pauses, and corrections. But that doesn't get in the way of understanding each other.
No,
and that's
this is
because
real.
people are active listeners and can react to conversational cues in under 200 milliseconds. Humans handle this so naturally, but doing this for open-ended conversations across the assistant is a really hard problem. Moving our speech models to run on the device made things faster, but we wanted to push the envelope even more. The breakthrough comes by creating more comprehensive neural networks that run on the Google Tensor chip, which was built to handle on-device machine learning tasks super fast. Let me show you a preview of how this will all come together. For example, I might tap and hold on my Pixel Buds and say, play the new song from...
Oh.
Florence and the something?
Got it. Playing free from Florence and the Machine on Spotify.
That's wild. I mean, how often do we have a brain fart too?
You heard how I stumbled at the beginning, but my assistant gently encouraged me to complete my thought.
You can do it.
And then even when I messed up the artist name, Google Assistant correctly figured out the song I wanted. It's amazing how these improvements change the way it feels to talk to your assistant. You can stop worrying about the right way to ask for something and just relax and talk naturally. This is how we're pushing computing forward with natural conversation, letting you easily initiate conversation and making it so you can just speak naturally, all so you can be truly understood. I'm excited to see how our voices will become a faster, hands-free way to get things done across many types of devices, including a growing Android ecosystem that you'll hear about in a few minutes.
That'd be really cool,
Thanks,
Frank.
and back to you, Sundar.
Yeah, I love this. This is pretty amazing. Like, search is so important, and the assistant is so important because it bleeds into everything else.
We're continually working to advance our conversational capabilities. Conversation and natural language processing are powerful ways to make computers more accessible to everyone. And large language models are key to this. Last year, we introduced Lambda, our generative language model for dialogue applications that can converse on any topic. Today, we are excited to announce Lambda 2, our most advanced conversational AI yet. We are at the beginning of a journey to make models like these useful to people, and we feel a deep responsibility to get it right. And to make progress, we need people to experience the technology and provide feedback. We opened Lambda up to thousands of Googlers who enjoyed testing it and seeing what it was capable of. This yielded significant quality improvements and led to a reduction in inaccurate or offensive responses. That's why we have made AI Test Kitchen. It's a new way to explore AI features with a broader audience. Inside the AI Test Kitchen, there are a few different experiences. Each is meant to give you a sense of what it might be like to have Lambda in your hands and use it for things you care about. The first is called Imagine It. This demo tests if the model can take a creative idea you give it and generate imaginative and relevant descriptions. These are not products, they are quick sketches that allow us to explore what Lambda can do with you. As you see, the user interfaces are very simple. Say you're writing a story and you need some inspirational ideas. Maybe one of your characters is exploring the deep ocean. You can ask what that might feel like. Here, Lambda describes a scene in the Mariana Trench. It even generates follow-up questions for you on the fly. You can ask Lambda to imagine what kind of creatures might live there. Remember, we didn't hand-program the model for specific topics like submarines or bioluminescence. It synthesized these concepts from its training data. That's why you can ask about almost any topic. Saturn's rings, or even imagine being on a planet made of ice cream.
Oh, Ruby, no.
Staying on topic is a challenge for language models. Say you're building a learning experience. You want it to be open-ended enough to allow people to explore where curiosity takes them, but stay safely on topic. Our second demo tests how Lambda does with that. In this demo, we have primed the model to focus on the topic of dogs. It again starts by generating a question to spark conversation. Have you ever wondered why dogs love to play fetch so much? And if you ask a follow-up question, you get an answer with some relevant details. It's interesting. It thinks it might have something to do with the sense of smell and treasure hunting. You can take the conversation any way you want. Maybe you're curious about how smell works, and you just want to dive deeper. You'll get a unique response for that too. No matter what you ask, it'll try to keep the conversation on the topic of dogs. If I start asking about cricket, which I probably would, the model brings the topic back to dogs in a fun way. I do think dogs would...
Teha, if you are not having fun, you don't have to stay.
The challenge of staying on topic is a tricky one. It's an important area of research for building useful applications with language models. And this last demo is my favorite, so we're going to do it live. Let me turn it over to Josh.
Thanks, Sundar. As a team, we've learned a lot on this project. And this will be the first ever live demo of Lambda from stage.
Oh,
Are y'all ready to see how it works?
That's awesome. Let's do it.
All right, here I am in the AI Test Kitchen app. I'm going to open up this demo called List It. Now, List It explores if Lambda can take a complex goal or topic and break it down into relevant subtasks. It can help me figure out what I'm trying to do and generate useful ideas I might not have thought of. If you love to-do lists like I do, this is a dream come true. I'm going to tap Start, and this is a project I've been thinking a lot about lately. plant a vegetable garden. I'll send this off to Lambda, and there it is. On the fly, it's come up with these different steps and broken it down into this list of subtasks. I can see things like make a list of what I want to grow, the location. I can also regenerate a list on the fly to get even more ideas. Now, what's interesting about these is I can quickly drop into one of them. Let's say this one, like what might grow in the area. And you can see it will give me further suggestions. I can keep going, breaking this down, where eventually it gives me a list of what I might want to plant, like tomatoes or lettuce or garlic. We'll keep garlic out of it this time.
Yeah, this is really cool.
One of the other things Lambda does is not just break down lists, but you can generate a tip. So here, when I tap generate a tip, oh, it's never seen this one before, actually. It's telling me if I have a small yard or patio. It gives me different vegetables I might be able to grow. Now, when we think about products like this, experiences like this, it's much more than just coming up with a list of vegetables to grow. If I scroll back up, you can see all the different pathways that Lambda is helping me think through and giving me tips along the way. And just like that, this whole task feels a lot less daunting. Back to you, Sundar.
Yeah, I mean, the one hardware announcement we're likely to get is the Google Pixel 6a.
Just like the other demos, you can input all kinds of goals, whether it's moving to a new city or learning an instrument. These experiences show the potential of language models to one day help us with things like planning, learning about the world, and more. Of course, there are significant challenges to solve before these models can truly be useful. While we have improved safety, the model might still generate inaccurate, inappropriate, or offensive responses. That's why we are inviting feedback in the app.
So if we all knew for sure, we wouldn't. I don't know.
We'll be doing all of this work in accordance with our AI principles.
80% sure.
Our process will be iterative, opening up access over the coming months, and carefully assessing feedback with a broad range of stakeholders, from AI researchers and social scientists to human rights experts. We'll incorporate this feedback into future versions of Lambda and share our findings as we go. Over time, we intend to continue adding other emerging areas of AI into our AI test kitchen, and you can learn more here. As you just saw, Lambda 2 has incredible conversational capabilities. To explore other aspects of natural language processing and AI, we recently announced a new model. It's called Pathways Language Model, or PaLM for short. It's our largest model to date and trained on 540 billion parameters. PaLM demonstrates breakthrough performance on many natural language processing tasks, such as generating code from text, answering a math word problem, or even explaining a joke. It achieves this through greater scale. And when we combine that scale with a new technique called chain of thought prompting, the results are promising. Chain of thought prompting allows us to describe multi-step problems as a series of intermediate steps. Let's take an example of a math word problem that requires reasoning. Normally, how you use a model is you prompt it with a question and an answer, and then you start asking questions. In this case, how many hours are in the month of May? So as you can see, the model didn't quite get it right. So in chain of thought prompting, we give the model a question-answer pair, but this time, we explain how the answer was derived. Kind of like when your teacher gives you a step-by-step example to help you understand how to solve a problem. Now, if you ask the model again, how many hours are in the month of May, or other related question, it actually answers correctly, and it even shows its work.
Yeah, this would have made math class a lot easier.
Chain of thought prompting increases accuracy by a large margin. This leads to state-of-the-art performance across several reasoning benchmarks, including math word problems. And we can do it all without ever changing how the model is trained. PaLM is highly capable and can do so much more. For example, you might be someone who speaks a language that's not well represented on the web today, which makes it hard to find information. Even more frustrating because the answer you're looking for is probably out there. PaLM offers a new approach that holds enormous promise for making knowledge more accessible for everyone. Let me show you an example in which we can help answer questions in a language like Bengali, spoken by 250,000,000 people. Just like before, we prompt the model with 2 examples of questions in Bengali, with both Bengali and English answers. That's it. Now we can start asking questions in Bengali. What's the national song of Bangladesh? The answer, by the way, is Amar Shonar Bangla, and Palm got it right too. This is not that surprising because you would expect that content to exist in Bengali. But you can also try something that is less likely to have related information in Bengali, such as what are popular pizza toppings in New York City? And the model again answers correctly in Bengali, though it probably just stirred up a debate amongst New Yorkers about how correct the answer really is. What is so impressive is Palm has never seen parallel sentences between Bengali and English. It was never explicitly taught to answer questions or translate at all. The model brought all of its capabilities together to answer questions correctly in Bengali. And we can extend the technique to more languages and other complex tasks. We are so optimistic about the potential for language models. One day we hope we can answer questions on more topics in any language you speak, making knowledge even more accessible in search and across all of Google. All the advances we have shared today are possible only because of our continued innovation in our infrastructure. Recently, we announced plans to invest $9.5 billion in data centers and offices across the US. One of our state-of-the-art data centers is in Mays County, Oklahoma. I'm excited to announce that there we are launching the world's largest publicly available machine learning hub for all our Google Cloud customers. This machine learning hub has 8 cloud TPU v4 pods, custom built on the same networking infrastructure that powers Google's largest neural models. They provide nearly 9 exaflops of computing power in aggregate, bringing our customers an unprecedented ability to run complex models and workloads. We hope this will fuel innovation across many fields, from medicine to logistics, sustainability, and more. And speaking of sustainability, this hub is already operating at 90% carbon-free energy. This is helping us make progress on our goal to become the first major company to operate all our data centers and campuses globally on 24/7 carbon-free energy by 2030. Even as we invest in our data centers, we are also working to innovate on our mobile platforms, so more processing can actually happen locally on device. Google Tensor, our custom system on a chip, was an important step in this direction. It's already running on Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro and brings our AI capabilities, including the best speech recognition we've ever deployed, right to your phone. It's also a big step forward in making those devices more secure. Combined with Android's private compute core, it can run data-powered features directly on device so that it's private to you. To share more about how we are making computing safer with Google, let me turn it over to Jen.
Oh, could we get a new Pixel 6a with us?
Every day, people turn to our products for help in moments big and small. Core to making this possible is protecting your private information every step of the way. Even as technology grows increasingly complex, we keep more people safe online than anyone else in the world, with products that are secure by default, private by design, and put you in control. Today, I'm proud to share with you our latest advancements that make every day safer with Google. Widespread cyber attacks like Colonial Pipeline and the recent Log4j vulnerability threaten to put people's private information at risk, disrupt critical services like energy grids and telecommunications networks, and weaken global democracies. To prevent future attacks, we're raising the bar for the entire industry by pioneering advanced cybersecurity technology. alerting others to security risks within their own systems.
I do that too.
And open sourcing solutions that make the whole internet safer. Specialized teams like Threat Analysis Group and Project Zero counter serious threat actors and detect vulnerabilities across the internet. Last year, our Threat Analysis Group detected that over 40,000 users were being targeted by government-backed actors. We automatically alerted everyone and increased protections and blocked attacks.
Have you seen any of my videos? I talk with my hands too.
Most recently, with the war in Ukraine, we observed a surge of distributed denial of service attacks against websites providing critical information,
talks the most
like
with
current news and evacuation resources. We expanded our free DDoS defense program, Project Shield, to defend more than 180 Ukrainian websites, including those that belong to the Ukrainian government, news, and human rights groups. And because much of the world's technology infrastructure is dangerously outdated, we're now investing $10 billion to modernize vulnerable systems and infrastructures, secure the software supply chain, and train 100,000 Americans in digital skills, including data privacy and cybersecurity, through the Google Career Certificate Program. In addition to keeping companies and organizations safe around the world, we build advanced security into everything we make to protect individual users. In the last few years, phishing scams have risen substantially, and they're responsible for 90% of recent cyber attacks. Our built-in protections intercept these attempts before they ever reach you.
Small businesses and everyday people more
every day,
because everyone's doing remote work.
Gmail and Messages by Google block more than 15 billion spam and phishing messages.
I don't think you guys realize how important this is.
Google
this is actually a big deal.
Now scans 125 billion installed apps for malware, making the entire app ecosystem safer.
Like a lot of YouTubers are losing their channels over this stuff.
And our safe browsing technology, built into Chrome and other major browsers, now protects 5 billion devices from risky sites. Detecting and blocking threats at this scale every day makes our AI-powered protection second to none, and also enables our teams to identify new areas to safeguard. Which is why we're now scaling our proven phishing protections to Google Docs, Sheets, and Slides. Soon, if you're working in a shared doc that contains a suspicious link, we'll automatically alert you and take you back to safety. No matter where they occur, all phishing attempts share a single goal: to compromise your account, often using it as a tool to spread the attack to your network. Protecting your account starts with building the most advanced authentication technologies everywhere that you sign in. Cybersecurity experts say the single most important way to protect your account and help prevent cyber attacks is to use multi-factor authentication. However, it sometimes gets a bad rap for creating extra friction. That's why we've made our two-step verification as easy as it gets. Whether you're on Android or iOS,
the Pixel 6
just
and
one tap
6 Pro
on your
from a phone that
and you're in.
Showed up
no
in Nigeria.
6-digit codes.
That sounded like not real.
Over 10 years
but
ago,
it was.
we were the first consumer technology company to offer two-step verification. And we're now the first to turn it on by default. Last year alone, we enrolled an additional 150 million accounts in two-step verification.
Still, I don't know if you realize, I'm pretty relaxed
And we're
right now.
optimizing the sign-in flow and account recovery experience.
We have a good vibe.
So that we
don't
can
wanna
turn
ruin it
on
with
this
complaining.
additional layer of protection for everyone. To extend the world-class security of your Google account to all your online accounts,
Not yet,
we
Serge.
built Sign-in with Google. Every day, 400 million people use it for secure one-click access.
So Google's
to
actually working
everything
on
from
something
travel
where you
sites
don't have to
grocery
have a
apps.
password anymore.
Building an authentication system that's
So,
secure
like, they're one of the
and
many
easy
other
to
companies
use
working
is a
on
massive
removing
challenge.
passwords now, which is
I
actually
mean,
kind of cool.
how many times have we all had to click forgot password? Thanks to years of engineering investment in our password manager, two-step verification, security keys, and most recently, passkeys, we've laid the path for a future without
There's a lot of AI in search things that are very interesting.
And we're now leading an industry-wide effort to enable passwordless sign-in across every device, website, and application on any platform.
They're talking about like game changer things right now.
I'm really proud of the work we've done to make
probably
secure
more significant
authentication
than the hardware,
accessible
if we're gonna be honest.
for everyone, everywhere.
So just like think
As
of
we all
the
do more and
macro
more of our
environment and
shopping
how this
online,
affects your life.
keeping your payment information safe and secure is critically important. Today, I'm excited to announce the launch of virtual cards on Chrome and Android.
Using a Pixel 6 Pro.
Now, when you use autofill to complete your payment details at checkout, we'll replace your card number with a distinct virtual number, reducing the risk of fraud and identity theft. To give more people access to a safer way to pay online, we've worked closely with Visa, American Express, Capital One, and MasterCard to roll out virtual cards starting this summer.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's
We're
going to be interesting for
constantly monitoring the
privacy.com.
security of your Google account to give you peace of mind.
Oh,
We're
man.
now adding a safety status on your profile picture. So if anything needs your attention, we'll let you know and then guide you through simple
I'm
steps
sure
to
privacy
ensure
is
your
just
account is secure.
privacy.com is scrambling right now.
We're relentless about protecting your personal information with the most advanced security in the world. Because if it's not secure, it's not private. But protecting your privacy requires us to be equally rigorous in building products that are private by design. And I'm excited to tell you about our latest advancements in this area. Today, computing's no longer happening just on a computer or on a phone, but across your home, in your car, on your wrist, and in the
on
cloud.
your wrist. It's a Fitbit.
Unlocking personalized, helpful experiences while protecting user privacy in this increasingly complex environment
pineapple.
presents new technical challenges. Building on deep research and advances in AI, hardware, and cloud computing, we've engineered a new technical approach we call protected computing. At its core, protected computing is a growing toolkit of technologies that transforms how, when, and where data is processed to technically ensure the privacy and safety of your data. Our approach focuses on 3 areas. First, we minimize your data footprint. Our focus here is on shrinking the amount of personally identifiable data altogether, collecting less and deleting more, using techniques like edge processing and ephemerality. If the data doesn't exist, it can't be hacked. Second, we de-identify the data, from blurring and randomizing identifiable signals to adding statistical noise. We use a range of anonymization techniques to strip your identity from your data, so it's no longer linked to you. And third, we restrict access through technologies like end-to-end encryption and secure enclaves. This is about making it technically impossible for anyone, including Google, to access your sensitive data.
It looks like
This
a Fitbit
toolkit of
sense.
diverse techniques enables us to deploy the safest, smartest solution possible, and often stack multiple techniques to provide layered protections. Today, protected computing enables Android to suggest the next phrase in your text while keeping your conversation completely private. It helps Pixel know when to keep your screen awake while continuously deleting ambient signals as they're processed.
Ooh.
And it allows Chrome to alert you to compromised passwords without knowing a single one.
This is what the sense looks like, by the way.
Later today, you'll hear more about how protected computing is enabling new ambient experiences across your Android and smart home devices while keeping your information private. In addition to providing helpful experiences, protected computing is essential to unlocking the potential of data to benefit society more broadly in a way that preserves everyone's privacy. For example, our environmental insights team is exploring how, with protected computing, we can provide local governments with de-identified and aggregated location and movement data within their cities to help reduce their carbon footprint. Protected computing represents our deep commitment to innovating new technical solutions that make technology more helpful, safe, and private everywhere that computing happens. No one else is deploying such a multifaceted approach at our scale, and I'm excited to see all the ways our teams will apply protected computing to ensure that every day you're safer with Google. At the end of the day, we believe that privacy is personal. That's why we continue to build powerful controls that let you choose what's right for you. To share more about the newest ways we're putting you in control of your data, let me pass it to Danielle.
Yeah, these headphones are really nice. I have the close back option as well.
We feel privileged that billions of people trust products like Search, Chrome, Maps, and Android to help them every day. And we work hard to earn that trust by providing tools that put you in control of your privacy and that help you control your online experience. As Jen mentioned, protecting your privacy is central to making every day safer with Google. An important way that we do this is by helping you take more control over your data, including the data used to show you ads. We never sell your personal information to anyone or use the content you store in apps like Gmail, Google Photos, or Drive for advertising purposes. We also never use sensitive information like health, race, religion, or sexual orientation for personalized ads, period. We believe that the best ads are helpful, relevant, and safe. So later this year, we'll launch My Ad Center to give you even more control over the ads you see across YouTube, Search, and Discover. We're expanding on our existing ads privacy settings, so now through My Ad Center, you can directly control the data used to personalize your ads. For the first time, you can choose to see more ads from the categories or brands you like. For example, I'm interested in hybrid vehicles, so I choose to see ads from that category. You can also opt to see fewer ads from categories or brands you're not interested in.
Screwing it up big time.
You'll be able to access My Ad Center through your Google account or directly from the ad. But it's not just about managing your data. We also know people want to have more control over their online presence to feel safer. So I have a question for you all. How many of you have searched for your name on Google? Okay, I do the occasional search for myself, and judging by the reaction, I can tell I'm not alone in checking to see what others may find about me online. At Google, while we strongly believe in open access to information,
this is huge.
We also have a deep commitment to protecting people online.
Yeah, because you can look at people's addresses and stuff.
This is why we have policies for removing certain types of personally identifiable information from search results that we know people may prefer to keep private.
People get doxed and stuff like that.
Such as their bank account or credit card numbers that could be used for financial fraud. Now we're building on this by introducing a new tool to accompany updated removal policies that allows you to take even more control of your online presence.
Yeah, I used to work in fraud prevention at JPMorgan Chase. All I need is your name and like one other piece of information, and I could pretty much find everything about you because public record is so easy to pull up information.
If you find search results that contain your contact details, such as your phone number, home address, or email address, that you want taken down, you can easily request their removal from Google search.
Yeah, you can blur your house.
Of course, removing this information from Google search doesn't remove it from the web, but this is an important step in helping to protect people online.
Yeah, this is huge.
This feature will be available in the coming months in the Google app, and you will also be able to access it by clicking the 3 dots next to individual Google search results.
Oh, yes.
Another part of being able or being safer online is having access to reliable information. Google search is built from the ground up to deliver high-quality information. This has set Google apart from day one, and it's something we relentlessly invest in. And we also give you tools to evaluate the reliability of the information you come across. One of the tools we launched last year, called About This Result, has now been used more than 1.6 billion times.
Oh.
This tool is available on individual search results, helping you see important context about a website before you even visit. But we want to ensure you feel in control of the information you're consuming wherever you are online. So we're making this helpful context more accessible as you explore the web beyond search. So imagine you're researching conservation efforts and you find yourself on an unfamiliar website of a rainforest protection organization. Before you decide to donate, you'd like to understand if it's reliable. And with just a tap, the Google app will soon surface relevant context about the website, including the site description, what they say about themselves, and what others say about them, helping you explore with confidence. You'll be able to see context like this on any website, coming soon to the Google app on both iOS and Android. As we've talked about today, at Google, we keep more people safe online than anyone else in the world, with products that are secure by default, private by design, and that put you in control. Everything we make is designed with safety at the core, including the platforms with billions of users like Search and Android. And speaking of Android, the team has been building cool experiences across the many devices in your life. And up next, Samir will be here to tell you more about it. But first, let's say hello to our watch party in London.
I wonder if they're going to show the LA one that I couldn't make it to. I was like, can you have it after the event so I can go visit? Because I want to do a live stream, but you know. Also, where's the tab? FYI. That's what Evan Blass leaked out recently.
Hi everyone!
Final renders.
It's great to be back at Shoreline for
He's going to talk about the watch. Last year he talked about a watch. No, he
Over the years,
Android and
Android has
Wear OS
grown into the most popular OS in the world, delivering access, connectivity, and information to people everywhere on their smartphones. Last year alone, consumers activated 1 billion new Android phones. And as Prabhakar showed us earlier, with advances in machine learning, these supercomputers in our pocket can help us get more done than ever before. While the phone is still the most popular form of computing, people are increasingly adding all kinds of connected technologies to their lives, like TVs, cars, watches, and more. And even if those devices they come from different manufacturers, people expect everything to work together without the hassle. It's got to be simple. Android has always been about people choosing the technology that works best for them. In a multi-device world, we believe this openness is even more essential for creating the best consumer experience. So let's talk about what's new in Android 13 to bring all the benefits of this multi-device future to everyone.
Probably a lot of bug fixes.
There are 3 big themes we're focused on.
Stability.
First, enabling you to do more with your phone at the center. Second, extending beyond the phone to all the forms of computing people love, like watches, tablets, and more. And third, making all your devices work better together to solve problems and help you throughout your day.
It's like they keep teasing it.
Let's start by talking about phones. Android 13 builds on our Material You design language, so your phone has even more ways to adapt to your style. All your app icons can now incorporate your color theme. And there's a new media control.
I love the media control with the squiggles.
To the music you're listening to.
It looks good.
I love how the progress bar grooves to the beat. It's super cool. You can even personalize your experience by setting a different language per app. So if you're multilingual, you can use your social media app in one language and your banking app in another.
Zachary's counting, I love it.
And of course, Android 13 comes jam-packed with dozens of new security and privacy features. But security needs to go beyond your device. When you send a message from your phone to someone else's, you want to be sure it's private and secure. That's why we've worked with carriers and device makers all over the world to upgrade SMS text messaging to a new standard called RCS, which can enable important privacy protections like end-to-end encryption. This is a huge step forward for the mobile ecosystem, and we're really excited about the progress. In fact, Google's Messages app already has 500 million monthly active users with RCS.
Nice.
And growing fast.
I mean, hopefully they have so much of a global adoption that it forces Apple to do it. I don't know.
Every mobile operating system gets the message and upgrades to RCS.
Come on, Apple.
So your messages are private, no matter what device you're using. Now, our phones are essential parts of the way we communicate with our friends, family, and loved ones. In fact, these days, there's only two things I don't leave my home without: my phone and my wallet. So the question is, can my phone replace my wallet? Well, today, we're excited to introduce the new Google Wallet.
Nice.
It's a digital wallet for Android that gives you fast, secure access to your everyday essentials. Your Google Wallet securely stores your payment cards, so you can tap to pay anywhere Google Pay is accepted. But Wallet is for so much more than payments. It's a way to unlock more of the world around you. You can show your student ID on campus, board a flight, or start your car. You can even use it as your
works at some universities with iPhones already.
Walt Disney World.
Nice.
Items that contain highly personal information, like your vaccine card, are stored on your device.
Because you have tons of
and not shared with anyone.
In a virtual wallet,
not even
a
Google.
physical one.
Now, we know it's hard to part with your physical wallet if it doesn't have your most essential item, your ID. So we're working with states here in the US and governments around the world to bring digital IDs to Wallet later this year.
Oh, digital driver's license? That's awesome. Oh my gosh.
Starting with driver's license.
How many times have you accidentally forgotten your wallet?
You can share the information in your ID without ever having to give your phone to another person. Simply tap via NFC or use a QR code. Google Wallet will be rolling out to Android and Wear OS devices around the world in the coming
digital driver's license? Yeah. Like, seriously, like,
now,
I've forgotten my wallet before.
Helping you securely communicate with your friends and family and storing your digital identity is really useful. But our phones can be even more essential in difficult moments in life, like emergencies or natural disasters. 2 years ago, we developed the first algorithms on a phone to detect when you're in a car crash and automatically call for help. Let's take a look.
I've got no recollection of the accident whatsoever. I woke up, I was upside down, and I had diesel fuel dripping on me. In the most powerful voice I had, I screamed out, "Help!" which I knew was pointless, but I heard help is on the way. The phone detected the accident and called 911. There was so much joy when I heard somebody say, "We found him, we've got him." I'm getting goosebumps thinking of it at the moment because I wouldn't be here talking to you if it wasn't for that.
Yeah.
The car crash detection feature on that phone saved my life.
Google car crash detection is amazing. I wish I could show you something, but I just can't. But I worked on something for Google car crash detection.
Stories like this have inspired us to do more, to make technology helpful when you need it the most. Later this year, we'll start bringing emergency SOS to Wear, so you can instantly contact a trusted friend or family member, or call emergency services right from your watch. We're also expanding Android's earthquake alerting system to many of the remaining high-risk regions in the world. It uses accelerometer data from phones to determine if an earthquake is happening and warn others in the surrounding area, often before the shaking reaches them. You can get off a ladder, take cover, or pull your car over. These extra seconds of warning can save lives.
I think they know that we want it, and they're teasing the whole way through.
There's so many ways our phones can help us do more. Whether it's helping you securely communicate with friends, safeguarding your digital identity, or getting you help in critical moments. Your phone is your most essential digital companion. And what you can do with Android gets even more exciting when we go beyond the phone. To tell you more, here's Tristan.
It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Wait, what's his last name?
Along with the phone, we're working hard to ensure Android delivers a fantastic experience on all the devices that are most important to you, especially your personal devices like watches and tablets. At I/O last year, we announced some huge updates to Wear OS, including launching our joint platform with Samsung. And what a year it has been. There are now over 3 times as many Wear OS devices this year as there were last year. And this is just the start. Keep an eye out for new watches from Samsung, Fossil, Montblanc, and more starting this summer. The momentum is carried on to our developer community, who are launching great app experiences on Wear OS and making the watch even better for our users. Favorites like Spotify, Adidas Running, Line, and Kakao Talk have all recently come to the platform, with many more coming soon. With a growing ecosystem of partners, developers, and apps, Wear OS is bringing the best of Android to your wrist. And this year, there's another, bigger screen that consumers are super excited about.
Oh, tablet?
Tablets. We are now approaching 270 million active users on large screen devices.
Don't do this to me.
Android pioneered multiple sizes and form factors for larger screens, and we have many fantastic devices hitting the market, like the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra, Lenovo Tab P12 Pro, and others from partners like Oppo and Xiaomi that are all being built on the latest Android releases. Incredibly, we can now get tablet-like experiences that can fit in your pocket, with foldables delivering all of the benefits of a large screen device with the portability of a phone. And Android is the only way to experience it all. But there is so much more to do. So this year, we've been working hard to make Android tablets amazing. But rather than just telling you about all these updates, why don't I show you?
Oh man. Is he gonna be like, oh yeah, by the way, here's the watch?
From the moment you power on the device, you can see the Android experience has been refined for the larger screen. One thing I absolutely love are the changes to the notification shade.
Maybe it's one more thing.
It's been expanded to let you see more at a glance and have control right at your fingertips. There's also a new app taskbar that runs along the bottom. You can see, if I go ahead and fire up Google Photos, the taskbar is still there, and it gives me easy access to all my apps when I need them. This bigger screen also makes multitasking super easy. Say I want to share a picture from my latest vacation with a friend. I can pick up the conversation.
It's definitely gonna be dead last. Oh, it's lagging? Or something? Oh.
Choose a photo, even edit it. It was pretty warm that day, as I remember it. And then drag it straight in.
It's a little laggy, but...
I love using these pairs of apps to help me get things fun. In fact,
if you
swipe up to
watches?
Overview, you can see I'm already busy planning my next vacation. Now, these OS changes don't mean much if the
watch
app
he has on his
experiences for tablets
left hand
aren't also
looks
great.
massive.
So starting today, we'll be updating more than 20 Google apps to look amazing on large screens and take full advantage of the extra functionality, with a lot more to come. Let's take a look at some of these great new experiences. The tablet version of YouTube Music puts more of the music you love front and center. We've optimized Google Maps to include rich information at a glance to help you navigate the world around you. And the updated Messages app uses a new multi-column view, so you can easily manage all your texts and quickly jump between conversations. Third-party apps look great on Android tablets too. You'll see revamped experiences coming to your favorite apps like TikTok, Zoom,
It's one of the things that has like held back Android tablets so much.
And they look awesome. To help you find these new tablet apps, we're working to improve discovery on Google Play,
You know, if
along
they
with
tease and
introducing a new
release
UI
it at the
that
very
makes the
end,
most
that
of
it's
the
gonna
larger screen.
kind of
As you can see, we're building great experiences for phones, watches, tablets, and everything in between. The next step is getting all these devices to play nice with each other. So here's Lisa to tell you more about what we're doing to make everything work better together.
Please.
The whole point of adding more devices to your life is to make it easier, richer, more convenient. But that only happens if everything works seamlessly. So let me show you how Android brings your devices together to be more helpful.
She's got 2 labs on.
First, I should be able to enjoy my media on whatever surface makes sense in the moment. For example, if I'm watching a show on my tablet and want to move it to the TV so my husband can see it too. Or if I'm listening to music on headphones during a run and want to continue listening on my Bose speaker when I get home. Casting makes that really easy, so it should be everywhere, which is why we're working to extend casting capabilities to new partners and products, such as Chromebooks or even your car. And I want my messages to move across my devices too. Like when I'm at my desk working, my conversations should be right there on the laptop screen I'm already using. This fall, we're extending Phone Hub, so you can directly access all your phone's messaging apps on your Chromebook. Phone Hub gives you the exact app you're familiar with because it's streaming from your phone. No need to install a desktop client or keep them running in a tab that gets lost on your browser. So you can jump between chats, send and reply to messages, even add reactions to photos from your friends. And here's one of my favorite new features. Copy something on your phone and paste it on your tablet. It could be a URL, an address.
That's the thing that's so amazing about using iOS devices.
Or screenshot. It's so simple and useful.
In like Mac. The ecosystem is so nice. I will literally copy a URL on my Mac and I can paste it in my phone or vice versa, which is super helpful.
Just use whatever surface is most convenient for what you want to do. But my biggest pet peeve is setting up all these devices in the first place.
Still not as robust because it's between tablet
to take care of that chore for you without having to manage settings
whether or not it works with like
or
Windows
remember where the pairing button might be hidden.
Mac
We're
OS X
continuing
is
to
a different
expand
thing.
Fast Pair, so your phone, your laptop, and your TV all pair easily and instantaneously with your headphones and smart devices. And we want to extend this easy connectivity to all the devices in your home.
I use Mac with my Android phone.
That's where Matter comes in. It's an open industry standard launching this fall. Matter connects our Google Nest hardware along with top brands and hundreds of supported products, like light bulbs, door locks, smart plugs, and a lot more. It's a big list. You'll be able to quickly connect all those Matter-enabled devices in seconds to your home network, Google Home, and your favorite apps using Fast Pair. There are so many new opportunities in this multi-device world, from helping you do more with your phone at the center, to extending computing beyond the phone, and making sure all your devices work better together. Thank you so much to our millions of developers and billions of users for making Android an incredible platform. We're excited to keep pushing it forward with you, so keep an eye out for the Android 13 beta today.
Oh, today?
We've got a...
Nice! Okay, I'm done with that.
We've got a bunch of great partners and devices participating, so check it out and send your feedback. Now, before I go, we've been talking a lot about fast pair. So let's check in with another fast pair, Lando and Daniel. We've sent a few devices to our friends at McLaren, the newest members of the Android family. So let's see what fun they got into, and then we'll get some exciting updates from the Google hardware team.
What do we got here? Some toys from our new sponsor. Do you know you can play a game between any Android devices? You want to play a game? All right.
Oh, that's an S20 Ultra.
Go on to Rocket League. Yep. Let me show you how it's done. How do you accelerate? You're not made for this, mate. Oh. Next goal wins. Oh no. Oh no! No! All right.
Yeah,
the TV. All right, let's do it. Oh my god. Yeah, I know. I'm new to the YouTube game. Do you think bandanas suit you? I did like that one. You see, the more you post, the less people like you. Yeah, that's why I stopped posting. Clever. Yeah. All right, who would you like to message? Enter a group name. Uncle Buck and the boys. Perfect. Oh, I'm in. What's Mr. Zach Brown doing? Zach, you there, mate? Hello, Zach.
Guys, shouldn't you be training or something?
Google launches an EV.
You've broken it.
That building looks not as nice on the top. No? Brian Rakowski. We're gonna look him up. Brian Rakowski. Let's see what he does. Product management.
You just heard about the work we're doing across
Product
Google
management.
and Android to make a multi-device world simpler, so all your devices work better together. Let's talk next about Google's own hardware. We're building on this multi-device world to create a seamless, cohesive Pixel portfolio that pulls together all the tech breakthroughs you've seen today across Google.
Covered wrist.
We'll start with Pixel phones, where we take all the helpfulness and intelligence of Google and create an experience that adapts to you. Last fall, we debuted Google Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro.
Here comes the 6A.
A complete reimagining of Pixel inside and out. It's our first phone powered by Google Tensor, a mobile compute platform we developed around Google's latest AI and machine learning models. Tensor gives us a major advantage in mobile AI, and it's a hardware foundation that we'll be building on for years to come. With leading-edge hardware, software, and AI, Pixel 6 introduced some amazing new phone capabilities to help you take professional quality photos and communicate with people in another language, all while keeping your personal information private with the Google Tensor Security Core. Pixel 6 is a huge step forward for the Pixel portfolio, and it's been great to see the response from Pixel users. It's the fastest selling Pixel ever, despite all the supply constraints in the industry. Pixel 6 has already sold more than Pixel 4 and 5 combined.
Nice.
So let's keep that momentum going. Today, I'm excited for Sonia to show you the new Pixel 6a.
Nice. Oh, this looks so clean.
Thanks, Brian. Like all our A-series phones,
I like the green a
Pixel
lot.
6a delivers the helpful, personal Pixel experience for the unbeatable price
That's so good.
of $449.
$449.
That's right.
Delight to dollar ratio.
We truly believe it's the best smartphone we've ever offered for this price. And let me tell you why.
That's a great price.
Pixel 6a shares the same iconic design language introduced on Pixel 6.
I love the black
with
frame,
a
yeah, the
unique
matte black.
two-tone look and slim bezels surrounding our perfectly pocketable 6.1-inch display. And you'll notice the Pixel camera bar which houses our dual rear camera system with a 12-megapixel main and ultra-wide lens. And all of that is encased in our recycled aluminum frame. Of course, the real magic of Pixel 6a is what you're able to do with it. In years past, the A series really took advantage of Google's strength in AI to get the most out of affordable hardware. So we could deliver our core Pixel features for a low price. And that was great. The combination of Google Smarts and a mid-range processor
It's gotta have Tensor in there.
amazing smartphones that our users love. However, as Brian mentioned, we now have our own Google Tensor SoC.
Yes.
So for the first time, we've developed a common hardware system that we've scaled across the Pixel portfolio, from our flagship phones to our A series. So what does that mean? It means that Pixel 6a includes the same fast 5G connectivity as Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. It uses the exact same security architecture with Titan M2 for industry-leading protection that makes the phone more resilient to attacks. And most importantly, Pixel 6a uses the same premium Google Tensor SoC as our Pixel 6 Pro.
Oh, nice, they're doing an Apple. They're doing the Apple thing where it's the same processor across the line.
That is a big deal for a phone at this price. With Google Tensor as the brain inside Pixel 6a, our state-of-the-art machine learning models run nearly 5 times faster than Pixel 5a. So we can provide better performance and richer AI-driven experiences for the same low price. Pixel 6a gives you the same great Android experience
Let people be excited about
as
things,
our Pixel
Pablo.
6 Pro, as well as Pixel exclusive features across photography, speech, security, and more. Let's start with photography. The camera system has real tone built in, so your photos are beautifully and accurately reflect your own skin tone. It also has night sight, so you can take incredible low-light photos. And yes, Pixel 6a includes Magic Eraser in Google Photos to remove those distractions from your otherwise perfect pictures.
Imagine they just erase the kids.
Now, there might be other people on the beach, but that doesn't mean you want them in your beautiful photos. With just a tap, you can make them disappear like magic.
That should be like the meme. Like a SNL thing. It's like, and now you can remove the distractions. And they leave the chair there and erase the kids.
We've enhanced Magic Eraser, so you can also change the color of distracting objects in your photo. In a tap, the object's colors and shading blend in naturally.
Oh, cool.
So the focus is on the subject, where it should be.
If it's waterproof,
now, let's talk about speech.
No hesitations.
Tensor's strength in machine learning
waterproof.
enables amazing on-device speech features like live caption, recorder, and live translate. It's like having a personal interpreter and translator wherever you go. It even works in airplane mode. And protected computing ensures your speech data remains private with on-device processing. The other week, I was at my local bank, and I noticed someone struggling to communicate in English with the bank teller. It reminded me of my childhood interpreting for my grandmother and helping her navigate a vital daily task. The bank visitor pulled out their phone and started talking to it in interpreter mode. And just like that, the language barrier was gone. The bank employee knew exactly how to help the person. What could have been a really frustrating moment became an empowering one. Now, breaking down language barriers shouldn't be just for the most expensive smartphones. It should be for everyone. And thanks to Tensor, we're able to bring Live Translate to Pixel 6a.
I'm probably going to make that fake commercial. It's too good now.
And finally, everyone deserves to have peace of mind knowing your phone is protected. So we're continuing to deliver the same safety and security features as our premium phones. Along with the Titan M2 security chip, there's an under-display fingerprint sensor for secure unlock, and you'll get 5 years of security updates, so you'll always have the latest protection. Pixel 6a delivers the core Google hardware and software experience powered by Google Tensor across photography, speech, and security. And you'll get all this without compromising on an all-day battery. We're super excited to make Pixel 6a available for just $449.
July 21st. July 21st.
It comes in 3 colors, so you can order one on July 21st or pick it up in store on the 28th. Back over to you, Brian.
Thanks, Sonia.
He's back. His
Google
sleeves
prides itself on creating helpful technology for everyone. And with the A series, the Google smartphone experience is available to more people. But for those who want the latest, greatest, and fastest, we're also working on our next generation Pixel 7 phones. Let me give you an early preview so you can see what's coming this fall.
A preview? Pixel 7 preview?
Here's a first look at the Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro.
Oh, they're showing it!
You can see that we've extended the aluminum finish to the entire camera bar for the next evolution of the Pixel design language. The housing and camera bar are made from a single piece of 100% recycled aluminum. And the gorgeous Pixel 7 Pro in its triple camera system sets a completely new standard for photography,
seamless like that,
and design. I really love the contrast of the different materials.
That looks way better.
The simplicity of the design. The polished aluminum looks beautiful with the glass on the back of the phone. On the inside, Pixel 7 and 7 Pro are designed to deliver the most helpful, most personal experience you can get in a smartphone. They'll use the next generation of our Google Tensor SoC, bringing even more AI-heavy breakthroughs and helpful personalized experiences across speech, photography, video, and security.
Yeah, they're getting ahead of the leaks.
And of course, both phones will ship with Android 13 and all the goodness that comes with their latest mobile OS. That's all we'll share about Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro today, but check out the Google Store online for more details and new experiences powered by Google Tensor.
I'm going to do whatever I can to find out more. You know how it goes here. I'll try. Oh, that's awesome.
Now,
I wonder if they'll have like a matte black finish one.
Earbuds,
oh,
which is why our Pixel Buds are made to perfectly complement your Pixel phone.
Do you see those? Those are the pros.
And this summer, we're excited to expand the Pixel Buds family with a Pro tier offering.
Yes.
It's a powerful new set of earbuds called Pixel Buds Pro.
Oh. Yes. Pixel Buds Pro.
Let's take a look at what makes them so special. These earbuds have all the helpfulness and smarts you'd expect from Google, embedded in the best mobile audio hardware we've ever designed. And they're the first Pixel Buds with active noise cancellation.
ANC, yes. Oh!
Noise cancellation is a difficult technical challenge because it needs to be smart enough to account for noise across a wide frequency spectrum and powerful enough for super low latency. Pixel Buds Pro deliver one of the best noise cancellation performances in wireless earbuds today because they're designed around a new custom audio processor. It's a 6-core audio chip running Google-developed algorithms tuned by our in-house audio engineering team. It uses a neural processing engine to analyze external sound with extremely low latency, canceling it in real time through custom speakers. Now, everyone's ears are unique, so it's not always possible for the ear tips to form a perfect seal.
Right.
And that can lead to sound leaking in from the outside. To counteract this, our active noise cancellation uses new silent seal technology to compensate for audio leakage.
Oh.
This helps maximize the amount of noise that's being canceled, so you get immersive, premium sound without distraction. Sometimes, though, you do want to hear what's going on around you.
I can't wait to review
For these occasions, there's transparency mode. It lets outside sound in, so you experience the world like you're not wearing earbuds at all.
But
great earbuds don't just let you hear things, they allow you to be heard. So whether you're talking on the phone or taking a meeting outside, our beamforming microphones use noise suppression algorithms that have been trained with machine learning. Wind, traffic, or other background noise will be suppressed, and your voice will be clear, no matter where you are.
Did they say this was coming in October? I haven't been able to pay attention. Like, I'm losing my mind. When did they say this coming out?
The custom audio chip is also engineered for power efficiency, so you get more out of the battery.
John.
In fact, Pixel Buds Pro gives you up to 11 hours listening time, or 7 hours with active noise cancellation turned on, so you can tune out the noise on that long flight. Like all our Pixel Buds, the Pro series are built to deliver a helpful, hands-free experience. So you can ask the assistant for all sorts of things, like walking directions, or get real-time translation in 40 languages, and much more. Pixel Buds Pro will support multi-point connectivity, so your earbuds know to automatically switch from a podcast on your phone to a video call on your laptop. It's so much easier than clicking into your Bluetooth settings.
There's going to be so many earbuds
between your
to compare.
compatible phones, tablets, laptops, and TVs. And later this year, we'll update Pixel Buds Pro to support spatial audio. So when you watch a movie or TV show on compatible Pixel phones, you'll be right in the middle of the action.
I don't care about spatial audio, to be honest with you. But
lastly, if you ever lose an earbud, you can use Find My Device to ring your Pixel Buds Pro or see where they're at, even if you only lost one of them.
Nice.
The new Pixel Buds Pro come in 4 colors. They'll be available online for pre-order on July 21st and on sale the 28th, delivering the smarts of Google and top-tier active noise cancellation for $199.
Yeah, that's
Rick
industry.
with a few more Pixel updates.
Oh, it's Rick. Is he gonna please?
Thanks, Brian.
At least tease the watch.
We've got a lot in the Pixel pipeline, representing investments across all different kinds of technologies. Custom silicon with Google Tensor, new multi-device experiences on Android, like Samir and Lisa shared earlier, cutting-edge AI research, helpful software and services, powerful data security with Titan M2.
Please, Rick.
And so much more. It's an incredible tech stack. All of these things work in concert to deliver our vision of ambient computing, providing the help people need wherever they want it. In a multi-device world, people don't want to spend their life fussing with technology. An ambient approach gets the tech out of your way so you can live your life while getting the help you need. It doesn't matter what device you're using, what context you're in, whether you're talking, typing, or tapping. The technology in your life works together seamlessly. To get there, we start by laying the foundation with protected computing, as you heard from Jen. With these security and privacy fundamentals in place, we can deliver new, personalized cross-device experiences. Next, we add Google Smarts, a layer of intelligence and responsiveness so your devices don't just work better together, they work better together for you.
Maybe
we're working
watch
toward a world where your front door knows when to lock itself.
They just teased it so much that it's kind of
Your
wild.
TV pauses itself when you get up to grab a snack. Your devices know whether to send an incoming call to your phone, your earbuds, or your watch. Building on our ambient computing vision and our end-to-end Google tech stack, we're able to extend what Pixel devices can do for you now and in the future to be even more helpful. So let me show you what's coming. We will start with a quick preview of the new Google Pixel Watch.
Yes! It's here!
It's the first watch built inside and out by Google. And it's coming this fall with our new Pixel 7.
Yes, yes.
Pixel Watch has a bold circular dome design, a tactile crown, and beautiful recycled stainless steel with customizable bands that seamlessly attach. And Pixel Watch delivers an outstanding Wear OS experience on your wrist. It features an improved Wear OS UI with more fluid navigation.
We knew it wasn't until
and smart
October.
notifications. It's all designed to be tappable, voice-enabled, and glanceable, so you can be more present at home.
We knew he was going to do the same thing.
Or on the go. You can ask the assistant for help getting things done, and for those little bits of information you need throughout the day. And with Google Maps, you can get directions on the go, even without your phone. With the new Google Wallet, you can leave your physical wallet at home too.
How much is it going to
You can
cost?
quickly tap to pay at the store.
What are your guesses on the
or to ride the
cost?
subway. And with the new Google Home app for Wear OS, you can turn off the lights,
$249, $299?
adjust the thermostat, or get an alert when there's a person or a package at your front door. Now, my favorite thing about the watch is the deep integration with Fitbit, which is coming first.
I've been saying this. Yes, it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge.
It's coming first to the Google Pixel Watch for industry-leading health and fitness experiences. You can get insights into your health with continuous heart rate and sleep tracking. You can see your active zone minutes when you're working out and track your stats and progress against your
huge.
personal fitness goals. Google Pixel Watch is a natural extension of the Pixel family, providing help whenever and wherever you need it.
How much is it though?
It'll be available this fall, and we'll share many more details in the coming months.
Oh, we don't know the price.
Now, along with wearables, the Android team has made big advancements in tablet software, like you saw earlier.
Wait, do we have a tablet coming?
And there's so much we can do here when we apply Google's tech stack with Tensor to a larger screen Android experience.
A Pixel tablet?
So I want to give you a sneak peek at something we're working on for 2023. Now, normally we wouldn't announce a new product a year before it's ready, but there's so much amazing energy around tablets in the developer community that we wanted to bring you all into the loop. So here's a first ever look at our new Pixel tablet.
This I/O is nuts.
It's a next generation Android tablet powered by Google Tensor, designed to be a perfect companion for your Pixel phone. The tablet bridges your on-the-go life with your at-home life, working seamlessly with all of your Pixel devices to provide the most helpful experience possible. We're designing it to be the most helpful tablet in the world, and we're aiming to make it available next year.
Oh my goodness.
So to quickly recap,
no one knew
Pixel
about this.
6a and Pixel Buds Pro are coming this summer, and we'll have lots more details to share soon about Pixel 7, Pixel 7 Pro, Pixel Watch, and the new Pixel tablet.
They just shared it all. They're getting ahead of the leaks like crazy. Holy cow.
We're pushing forward into so many helpful hardware experiences across phones, wearables, audio, smart home, and tablet computing. It adds up to a true Pixel family of devices with different options for different budgets and needs. With ambient computing as our North Star,
do look big, but
this Pixel portfolio is a holistic approach to hardware
so I don't know.
designed around you. I can't wait for you to check out these new hardware experiences for yourself. And you can see all of this online at the Google Store, or you can drop by our physical Google stores in New York City. Along with our original location in Chelsea, we're adding a second one in Williamsburg this summer. So please step by and check it out if you can.
It was amazing. so badly. Oh my goodness. Well, wasn't that worth the wait?
Today we talked about all the technologies that are changing how we use computers and access knowledge. We see devices working seamlessly together, exactly when and where you need them, and with conversational interfaces that make it easier to get things done.
11 hours of battery life
Looking
for
ahead,
Pixel Buds Pro is nuts.
There is a new frontier of computing, which has the potential to extend all of this even further, and that's
well, at least
augmented
the second
reality.
gen one's going to be better. Come on, Zoom.
At Google, we have been heavily invested in this area. We have been building augmented reality into many Google products, from Google Lens to multi-search, scene exploration,
they were
and
teasing us the
live and
whole way.
immersive views in maps.
But the
These
tablet
AR
we didn't know about.
capabilities are already useful on phones, and the magic will really come alive when you can use them in the real world without the technology getting in the way. That potential is what gets us most excited
That's very
about
Google
AR.
Glassy.
The ability to spend
Google
time.
Glass? They got both hands?
The ability to spend time focusing on what matters in the real world, in our real lives. You know, the real world is pretty amazing.
Oh my god! I can't do this! I can't believe it! Are they actually doing this? Are they doing this? They're gonna be Apple to it.
It's
Wait,
certainly
is he
looking
wearing
that
them?
way to me right now. It's so good to be back in Shoreline, and I can tell you're all enjoying it too. It's important we design in
If
a
he's
way
wearing them
that
right
is
now, that would
built
be
for the
nuts.
real world and doesn't take you away from it. And AR gives us new ways to
I'm
accomplish
shaking.
this. Let's take language as an example. Language is just so fundamental to connecting with one another. Yet, understanding someone who speaks a different language or trying to follow a conversation, if you're deaf
Oh my God,
or hard
he's-
of hearing, can
that's
be a
them.
real challenge. Let's see what happens when we take our advancements in translation and transcription and deliver them in your line of sight in one of the early prototypes we've been testing. Take a look.
My mother speaks Mandarin, and I speak English, which is a strange thing.
他讲英文我可以听得懂，可是有时候我讲不来嘛。
We'd love to be able to share with you a new prototype we've been working on.
That's them!
You should be seeing what I'm saying, just transcribed
I'm, like,
for you
tearing
in
up.
real
I don't know
time.
why.
Kind of like subtitles for the world.
What we're working on is technology that enables us to break down language barriers, taking years of research in Google Translate and bringing that to classes.
Do you see me? Oh, sí te veo. I'm actually looking straight into your eyes, and it seems like you're looking right at me. Oh, sí, estoy viendo lo que estás diciendo para ayudarte.
Making access to information just instant and intuitive. By doing that, technology fades into the background, and we're more connected with the people and the things around us.
It looks so good.
Giving people the gift of communicating with anyone, no matter what language they speak, I think is a really powerful thing.
Que tengo que dialogar con muchas personas que solamente hablan inglés.
Proto 29.
Como
Yes,
magia
prototype
para mí,
29.
porque voy a ver cosas que voy a entender lo que ellos dicen por completo y
所以可以互相沟通。我爱你。
Oh my god. I'm blown away.
You can see it in their faces, the joy that comes with speaking naturally to someone. that moment of connection to understand and be understood. That's what our focus on knowledge and computing is all about. And it's what we strive for every day with products that are built to help. Each year, we get a little closer to delivering on our timeless mission. And we still have so much further to go. At Google, we genuinely feel a sense of excitement about that. And we are optimistic that the breakthroughs you just saw will help us get there. Thank you to all of the developers, partners, and customers who joined us today. We look forward to building the future with all of you. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh. Yo. They actually pulled it off. They actually pulled off an insane Google I/O where, like, what the heck? Like, they had stuff that we were not expecting there. That is nuts. Okay, we're gonna debrief. We're gonna talk about a bunch of that stuff real quick. I just gotta give a shout out to our live stream sponsor, Seeker. You go to seeker.com, you'll be able to search with transparency, choice, and control. So you're able to go on here, search for anything, or you can go to top news or different sorts of different other things here. And if you go here, you'll see that there is a Seeker score. So if you go to Seeker score here, you'll see this little number here. A higher number means that it's a better article. So if we go over here, let's see here, let's find an 8.2. So you can see that it doesn't have a lot of clickbait, or it's more facts rather than personal attacks or opinion and stuff like that. If we go to a lower tier option, so you can have stuff where it's lots of clickbait or personal attack and stuff like that. And so you can avoid a lot of those different things using the Seeker score or the filter here. And if you care about these things, you can check out the political lean filter and stuff like that. I like it right in the center. And you can kind of filter through things like that. You can see how the algorithms work. It's powered by artificial intelligence and machine learning. So you actually can see how all that works. So definitely check it out. Thank you so much to Seeker for sponsoring the live stream and a bunch of other different things. I have some TikToks that you can check out as well that are going to be walking through a bunch of different features for it. I actually really like this because it makes it easier for me to search for news and sift through kind of some of the noise. You don't end up, stumbling for a nasty surprise article from Gordon Kelly at, Forbes or whatever. So definitely check out Seeker. They're great. Really cool stuff. There's no ads right now in the beta. So, let's go back over here. Okay, yeah. So Frank About Tech says, here you go, dude. The stream has been great. Been fun hanging out with you. Pixel Watch Bros for life. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Okay, I'll turn down the music. Sorry. All right, cool. Let's go to the Google store and check out everything. So they intentionally teased the whole time watch and tablet, and we didn't know that was like coming out, which is crazy. Okay, I turned on the music. Sorry about that. Yeah, so we had over 700 people here live. That was crazy. But yeah, here you have, it's updated. I'm already subscribed to it. They knew that I wanted that apparently. Okay, let's learn more. Do they have something on tablets? Okay, here we go. Beautiful circuit. Oh, they have a little video. That's funny, the leaks, the renders that came out that John Prosser from Front Page Tech made were definitely based upon this image right here. Yeah, that's definitely... It has this nice digital crown here. You have the button right there. Oh, it looks so good. The only thing that I would worry about is that, with a curved screen like that, being so exposed that you'll run into issues with it like banging up against something. Or whatever, and it's scratching or cracking and something like that. So that's the one thing I'm worried about. But yeah, like it looks clean. I really like it. And the Fitbit integration, like I've mentioned in some of my previous videos, like that is the game changer. It's something that makes it cross-platform in many ways, because a lot of people on iPhones, they actually want to stay within the Fitbit ecosystem, but they don't like an Apple Watch. They don't like that square and stuff like that. So they want something that is a little bit more unassuming, like a little bit more slim. So this one actually feels really slim from what the leaker that had the prototype that got lost at a restaurant. Like he said, it felt really slim on the wrist. And yeah, so having Fitbit integrated with all that is going to be huge. Let's see here. We have Pixel 6a right here, Pixel Buds Pro. Let's check this out. I did not expect the Pixel tablet either. They like got so ahead of that, Anthony, that like they just were not going to have an issue with it then. Yeah, that was crazy. That was like probably the most like confident and insane Google I/O yet, because they're just like, oh, we know what we're doing. We know what we're doing. And we're just going to leak it all out for you. We know what we're doing. And tease you the whole time. My goodness. Let's see. I understand why is the Facebook app always login. I'm not sure what that's about. But it will be easier to slide in your hand in your pocket without snacks. I agree, yeah. 6A will come in August with 60 hertz and 4,300 milliamps going. Yeah, I mean, it's $449. I'm not sure what you're expecting. Like, they're emphasizing price point. And I think there's a lot of people, honestly, the people who buy 6A device or A devices, you know, at least they're just kind of like everyday people. They don't buy the flagship models and stuff like that. And so they just want a good phone that works at a good price. And so I would strongly argue that they'll have an incredible delight to dollar ratio, as I call it, that it's going to be like just exactly kind of what they need. And not any of the extra fluff that they don't actually care about, like not too much of it. It's going to have some of the extra fluff in terms of like software stuff, because that ends up giving that delight that, wow, my phone can do that kind of thing. But like, I think most people that buy something at $449 is not going to really care about whether or not it's a 60 hertz display or 90 hertz. I'm gonna be honest. Like, there's a lot of people who just don't even notice the difference. And it's kind of crazy, you know, being tech people, but like, that's like normal everyday people. Like, they just don't notice those types of things. So yeah, you just kind of have to think about who they're actually targeting, and it's probably not made for you then. Like, they're probably targeting the 6 or 7 towards you, not the 6A. The A series is great for non-techies in your life. Like, I may get that phone from my family. Yeah, like the amount of people that I see that actually have A devices is actually like significant. It's way more than I see like 6 devices or things like that. But yeah, Pixel Buds Pro. Look at these colors. Fog, charcoal. Ooh, lemongrass. I actually really like that. Oh, and they have the same nice case. Look at that. What color would you guys get? Lemongrass, charcoal, fog, which I thought would be kind of like an off-white, and charcoal or coral. See, the coral and the lemongrass look kind of sporty, like something that you'd wear if you're like running and stuff like that, which I can see that being really cool. And then like the fog and the charcoal are kind of more the unassuming ones and stuff like that. Here you have a product demo.
Meet Google Pixel Buds Pro. Powerful and immersive, they tune out distractions using active noise cancellation with Silent Seal that adapts to your ear. Because a quiet foundation makes for premium sound. And with Volume EQ, sound stays balanced if you turn the volume up or down. Then switch audio automatically from one device to the next, so you can go from watching your faves to, hey everyone. Google Pixel Buds Pro.
Yeah, the adaptive EQ based upon volume is actually like really good. I'm surprised more companies are not doing that. I think like Apple does that because the way that your ear, I'm getting audio engineer nerdy, but like the way that your ear perceives certain frequencies, depending on the volume, whether it gets louder or quieter, it will actually change. Because your ears have a weird way of, well, not weird, but like an appropriate way of compressing audio a certain way. So if you get louder, you may, you know, not hear as much of the bass because the higher end is coming out more. But when you bring it down really low, the bass, if you left it at the same volume, it may sound like really, really loud. So if you bring it down lower, it can actually compensate for it, so it doesn't get like overwhelming. So that's actually really nuanced and cool that they have that going on. So for twice the price, I guess in comparison, when you think about it, what were the normal Pixel Buds before the A series? I think those were like $150 or so. So like $50 more. It's not bad. 31 hours. 31 hours of battery life. That is nuts. Yeah, they did show off the Pixel 7. Let's look at it. Here's the Pixel 7. Let's look at the video for it. Pixel 7 Pro. So aluminum camera bar all the way at the top, seamless, which is something I really wanted. So that's awesome. Yeah. And here's normal 7. This one has a matte aluminum finish for the camera bar. I wish they had a matte glass though. I'm kind of, yeah, I agree. Pineapple. And I'm sure like they're, yeah, are these the other colors? Oh yeah. If these are all the colors, I would argue this is actually a pretty risky thing for them to choose for their Pixel devices, because we have this kind of green, yellow green color here, and then kind of like a foggy gray. And it looks like it has a gold accent, and that's probably the one I would actually prefer, because I didn't like the black or gray one for the 6 Pro. I thought it looked really boring, right? But this one is actually one that I would get. And if you look over here, the Pixel Watch in the top right corner, this is actually a gold Pixel Watch. Tech Whiz. You're funny. Okay. Yeah, okay. We're getting some more out of here on the colors here. So let's see. Do we get other colors here? Oh yeah, that's gold as well. So it looks like silver and gold are the colors, and the watch bands are the things that change colors. So let's see if we can find more pictures of it somewhere. Holy cow. Google's just killing it. Let's see here.
Come through with it. Serve it. What they gonna do about it? Woo! Get loose. Acting brand new. Can you get the cool about it? Hey, you got that.
Like a foreign black one?
Hey, you got that.
That makes sense.
You got that.
Yo, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. They're really pushing into that camera bar look, is like, that's what a Pixel looks like. I think it's smart. It's like a branding thing. Like, you can see it from across the room. You know it's a Pixel now. That's huge. They needed something like that. And it's like very bold. It really stands out because it's just like this huge bar. Let's see. Pixel 6a. What are the colors? Okay, so okay, we have Sage, Chalk, and Charcoal. Yeah, I just like the Sage one. Sage is it. Oh gosh, yes. That like comparison with like the matte black rails is nice. They have a flat display for the most part. There's a little bit of a curve on the edges. Interesting. Okay, what does this 7 look like for the screen? Did it show that? Do we have anything for the screen? That's what we don't know. Y'all, we don't know what the front looks like. Okay, we have a curve right there. That looks pretty much the same as what we have here, right? Yeah, it's pretty much the same from what I can tell here. Yeah, so I think we still have a curved screen. But the question is like what does, I like the two tones personally, but like it does make me wonder, like, what does the front-facing camera look like? Like, what are we gonna get out of that? Let's see. Okay, this one I don't think we have a curved screen. I think it's kind of similar to what we have with the 6. Because I didn't see that cut out from there. Yeah, I mean, I skinned my camera bar. I have a D brand matte black skin on it. I think it looks better. Okay, sorry, I was not looking at the chat. I was going through it. Does someone have a link to the Black Pixel 7 image or something like that? New camera looks more iconic now. Yeah. Missed most of the I/O. Was there any word availability around the world? The global thing, I don't know. What kind of screen? I don't know. Yeah, didn't show the display. I wonder if we'll have Face Unlock on there. Sage Pixel 6a looks dope. I agree, Wyatt. That looks real good. Next thing you know, they've trademarked the camera bar. I'll be scanning the camera bar. Yeah, that's sure. Hopefully a better and faster fingerprint scanner. Yeah. The only iPhones with higher refresh rates are the 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max, right? Oh, sorry. Coffee. Disgusting. Yeah, I hope they do the white and silver one and make a white tablet. Yeah, it looks like they're going for the white tablet, which is something that Apple's not even doing, really, if I remember correctly. You sent me a DM? Okay, cool. Thank you. Hold on. Oh, nice. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, here we go. Some images here. Okay. Yeah, that black is really black. I like that champagne one. I really like the champagne one. What, like, I don't know what has happened to me. Like, usually I think gold stuff is kind of gaudy. That's like kind of, it's a little, that's also kind of a cliche Asian thing, to be frank with you. But yeah, like, here I am now. I love the way that this gold iPhone looks like. I love the way that this gold Pixel 6 Pro looks like. It looks better to me. I don't know, maybe it just happens when you get older. But yeah, I like that champagne one. I hope I get that one. Wow. Chrome OS tablets. That's interesting. MKB. Marcus already released a video on it. How does he do that so fast? All of these phones from the last 5 years had the same form factor, yeah? You know, the one thing that it looks like is that it's still kind of squarish and boxy, and that's the one thing I'm not the biggest fan. Yo, what's up, Genosis? How are you doing? Long time no see. Getting company phone in order. Yeah, 6A available country: Australia, Canada, France, Germany, Ireland, Italy, Japan, Puerto Rico, Singapore, Spain, Taiwan, United Kingdom, and the United States. Thank you so much. Why, I like that in champagne too. Yeah. Obsidian. Oh. Ah, that's black. Okay, good. Sorry, I'm a little bit late to the stream, but is the battery life they claim on the 6A the standby? Did they mention screen on time? Well, they don't ever mention screen on time for any of these things. Champagne gold is very different from a yellow gold. Yeah, you're right, Jess. I was scared to use phones with glass backs. My Pixel 5 is unbreakable. Yeah, that thing is like pretty amazing. I actually really love the design of the Pixel 5. Especially the front. Even bezels and the corner radii is like great. Pixel 5 style, the S21 series, which isn't a bad thing. Yeah, I agree. Pixelbook. Yeah, I would love a Pixelbook as well. Wait, people. Yeah, oh man, I wish I could go to a Google store. Wow, I wonder if people are taking pictures of it already and stuff. Because, like, obviously, the physical design would look better than the renders, right? That's so crazy that Google is just like, nah, we're just gonna leak all of the things. We're just gonna show you. And it is kind of smart because it kind of makes you wonder, like, okay, I know that this iPhone's coming out, but like, man, what's that Pixel gonna be like? Like, we already know about it. Like, how's that gonna play out? Okay, let's look at the tech specs. Let's see if this has water resistance. Okay, we have confirmed OLED, but it is 60 Hertz. But OLED's great. 429 ppi, so it's a 1080 FHD plus. 24-hour battery life, up to 70. Oh wow, over 24 hours of battery life. Let's look at this little number at the bottom. What does that mean? For 24-hour estimated battery life based upon testing using a medium blah blah blah. Sub 6G, non-standalone 5G. Oh, average battery life during testing was approximately 29 hours. Okay, if it was actually 29 hours, that's pretty solid. If it was average, keep in mind, if that's the average, that means that it was higher in some cases. So yeah, I think it would be safe to say, like, we'll just call it 24 hours, which is great. That means that you could, I mean, potentially get 2 days out of it if you're not like a heavy user and stuff like that. Yeah, Android 13 beta is pretty great. I just have I have a couple issues with the media player showing up and stuff, and then sometimes issues with YouTube being stuck in the picture-in-picture side when I'm in the full screen view. So it's kind of weird. Google Tensor. Yeah, I don't know if... Oh yeah, that's the normal Tensor. Okay, so we have this camera. So let's go over here. GSM Arena Pixel 6 Pro. Thank you so much, TechWiz, for hanging out. Okay, so let's compare things here. Camera. Main camera on the Pixel 6 Pro is a 50 megapixel. Okay, so we have two 12s. So we have probably the same ultra wide. This looks like, yeah, this looks like the older sensors from the previous Pixels and stuff like that. Oh wait, no, that's the rear camera. That's one of them. Selfie camera, yeah, it looks like the older ones. I mean, those are still great, to be fair, and it's $449, but yeah, it's not any of the new sensors, I don't think. Interesting. What else do we have here? We have tech specs? Okay, so let's look at this. Ooh, this case looks pretty yellowed and weird because of all the we're using this whole casing. Okay, 1.2 inches across. That's almost the same size. Wow. 2.5 inches. Yo, they fit. They fit these Pixel Buds Pro in the same size case. It's the same size case. That's crazy. Pixel 6a is an OLED, 1080 FHD plus, 60 hertz. Yeah, it is a very smart move for them, to be honest. And they get tons of press because they're like, we're doing it for you. Wow. I don't know. I think this is a... Yeah, Genosis is right. A lot of what Google does is leaning on software, and it's kind of astounding what they're able to do with software. That's incredible. Yeah, I think this is a 10 out of 10 Google I/O. It's not so hardware focused, because that is very much an Apple thing, and that's, I think a lot of people were expecting that. They're kind of trained to just get hardware, but I don't think they realize that Google's strength is definitely its software, and so that's where they kind of leaned in, kind of sharing all the stuff that they're able to do, and how that is creating this ecosystem and pulling all these things together in order to make it work out really well. And we're kind of actually seeing that kind of converge, where our strength is software, but now we're moving over into hardware where our strength is becoming hardware as well. And now they all work together. And that's been the strength of Apple. They've had all this hardware that works all together, but their software is not as robust. What they do is really solid. And the ecosystem is robust and great because of that, but it may not have as much abilities to do things. And I think a good example of that is comparing Siri with Google Assistant. Well, they're going to have Google Assistant on the Pixel Watch. It's Samsung that's been holding it back for some reason. I don't understand that. But yeah. Any other thoughts? Any questions? We can do some digging. We can look. But yeah, other than that, real quick, once again, thank you so much to Seeker for sponsoring the live stream. Check them out at seeker.com, SEEKR.com. They are an independent search platform that allows you to search with transparency, choice, and control. And you can actually have tons of control over what you're looking for. So if we go to technology, for instance, we can see all these different things here, and they have a Seeker score right here that you can see. There's this number down here. So for instance, this one has 5.2 and this one has 4.2. So apparently there's a lot of opinion in here, and it has a clickbait rating on there, so it has a lower score. But if you go for something higher, you can see it has less subjectivity. It's more objective, and there's not a lot of clickbait in the title. It actually follows through on what it's talking about. Now, one of the things that you can have sometimes when you go to certain websites is you click on it and you can tell like it's pretty, yeah, here, this is like kind of a low effort article, and you can see like the ads and the website's kind of cruddy, and so it will rate it down for that, but it'll give it a much higher score if it's a more reputable website. So this one has more actual information, not as much opinion. It's just giving you the straight facts of things. And so that's something that's really cool about, you know, having something like Seeker, is you can actually filter out all the lower quality articles and stuff like that and get to real good stuff. I always like 9 to 5 Google. They have great stuff there as well. And then if you want to, you can adjust the political lean so you can avoid stuff like that, and that can come in a little bit more handy for other things like you know, politics and stuff like that. And what's cool about this, if you do happen to look at something that has political things on it, it'll tell you if there is a lean on it, so you can see something has left. It'll say right on some other ones and things like that. So that can be really helpful for those of you who want a little bit more control over, you know, how you search for things. So you can see center, right, you know, right, left. Really cool to have that option to do things. And if you are the type that really wants to look into things like this, you can actually go into see how the algorithms work, and go through all that. And they have like independent verifications of things like that, and see exactly how these algorithms are working and stuff like that. So it's really cool. There are no ads right now in the beta. And so, yeah, it's a really pleasing experience if you really care about those things. So they have a bunch of different topics: local, politics, business, technology, entertainment, sports, and health. Top news. So this could be a really great place to go every single day, or if you want to get an update on the news and stuff like that, and not, you know, have to go through and sort through a bunch of junk, you know. So definitely check it out. Yeah, Brian, I agree. Yeah, this code makes finding reliable articles a lot easier. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what it's for, because it can be really kind of it's hard to find, you know, objective stuff. I like balance and nuance personally. That's like a huge emphasis. Like, and you'll notice that like on my channel, or like in my comments, if someone says like something else, so and so is the best and everything else sucks, I'll be like, well, you know, that's your preference. There's other things that, you know, some people may prefer over your, like, I like balancing those types of things. So yeah, go ahead and check out Seeker. It's a great website and a resource for those who are trying to research and seek out the truth on different things. Yeah, I definitely use it quite a bit. Yeah, Pixel Watch. IP67 on the Pixel Watch. Yeah, that's a good question. Is there water resistance? I don't see it. We have 5G. USB-C 3.1 Gen 1. Interesting. Do we not have water resistance, or maybe that's not something that's there? Gorilla Glass 3. Oh, IP67 dust and water resistance. That's huge. That has been one of those things that like has made me hesitate from, like, you know, suggesting an A series in previous versions. So having the IP rating again is huge. So this is like a no-brainer suggestion for those who have like family members or parents and stuff like that don't really care about having the latest and greatest specs and stuff like that, but they just want like a good phone that takes pictures well, works reliably, has a long battery life and stuff like that. Like, and it's not super expensive. So yeah, this one definitely makes a lot of sense here. And I mean, like, if you've heard some of the stuff, even with like the Samsung phones, there's shutter lag and stuff like that. So like, yeah, there's some great Samsung phones, like their A series devices are great as well, but shutter lag is definitely an issue. And so especially with like parents and stuff like that, having the issues of not being able to take pictures of their grandkids or their kids or whatever is a big issue. So having an A series device that's at $449 that has a fast, fast camera that looks really good, and has a water resistance, yeah, it's totally worth it. Is it back plastic? I wouldn't be surprised. That would make sense. Will the Pixel Buds Pro have touch controls? Yeah. They showed someone swiping, and so that's the one thing I really miss from the Pixel Buds that were removed when they released the Pixel Buds A, is this was just tap control. So I really want to have like the swiping actions there, because that would have been like really, really nice. Looks like I have 3 types of ear tips, so probably small, medium, and large. Wireless charging, that's nice. Okay, that's being brought back. That's something I miss. And that makes a lot of sense because you have the Pixel stand and it has this little divot right here. Here, let me do this. So you see this little divot there? So that makes sense for a Pixel Watch and it makes sense for the Pixel Buds. It's like it was designed for each other. Like there's like a cohesiveness that's going on with Google's hardware design and stuff right now that's actually really nice to see, that we haven't seen before from Google. So like we're actually starting to see a lot of their hardware endeavors mature dramatically. And it's very exciting. Yeah, I can compare. Oh, this is good. Compare. Oh, this is great. Okay, so 6A, 6.1 inches. So if you want a smaller phone, you can have a smaller version, because like this 6 and 6 Pro, you know, they do feel kind of big. And physically, the difference between the 6 Pro and 6 is not dramatic other than like height and stuff. Yeah, I can see here it's like a difference between 3 inches and 2.9 inches for width. Let's see. So it's a little bit narrower and shorter, yeah. Ruby didn't pop in the frame with a view change, I know. You guys haven't seen Cloud either. Let me get Cloud. Let me do this, hold on. Cloud. Hi. Are you napping? They want to see you. Hi, my son. This is Cloud. How are you doing, buddy? Are you just napping? Are you just napping? So he's a Siamese as well. And he's gotten a lot bigger, but he would just fall asleep in my arms all the time when he was a kitten. I think he is almost 2 now. But yeah, he's a handsome boy. You're a handsome boy, you know that? He doesn't hop on the on the desk as much, but yeah. Man, that custom processor in the Pixel Buds Pro has me excited. Yeah, I agree. By the way, Pixel 6a is coming to India later in 22. That's awesome. That's good to hear. Where are you getting all this information? Are you a source? Okay. Of course, my cat liked other cats, but he insists on being only cat household. Yeah, they're kind of like they're a package deal. And Ruby, I think, is kind of like an anxious attached cat, so she gets really sad when no one else is around. Siamese Sphinx. Oh wow. Oh, Twitter. Okay. Nice. Okay. Let's real quick. Let's look at that processor because I'm curious about that. Oh, we're gonna go to a different view so we don't see your butt. Let's see. 11mm dynamic speaker driver, active noise cancellation, transparency mode, volume EQ is so cool. Active in-ear pressure relief, that's huge as well. Ugh. All you gotta say is you will want to make sure that you are subscribing to my channel because there's a lot of audio stuff coming out soon. Especially with the Pixel Buds Pro. We're definitely going to review these and do some comparisons with other options out there. in the industry. I got cat hair everywhere. Like, I can feel it on my nose. Ugh. That's the hardest thing about having cats. There's like literally hair everywhere. Oh, they want to see you. Here, let's do this. Are you just chillaxing, bud? Yeah? He just likes kind of chilling. Find the active pressure relief interesting. How would that even work? Yes, he does have a nice cat butt, Jess. Difference of the speaker driver. I know the pros are 11mm, but I can't remember the original Buds millimeter. Yeah, that's, I don't know. I wonder if we can, let's at least see what the A series is. Oh yeah, both my cats are really good. Actually, before we end the stream, I'll show you some tricks. They can do tricks. And they'll get very excited about it. The audio. Oh, the A series has a 12mm dynamic speaker driver. I will say that the Pixels A series are surprisingly good sounding. They have a very pleasing sound for being $100. Yep, each earbud, capacitive touch, tap and swipe, sensors for music and assistant controls, IR proximity sensor for in-ear detection to play and pause, motion detection, accelerometer, gyroscope, charging case, Hall effect sensor for case open and close detection. That's interesting. Yeah, this thing is gonna be honestly like a good kind of competitor to the AirPods Pro, I bet. And supposedly the rumor is, oh, sorry, gosh. I'm on the wrong screen. What a terrible streamer. Yeah, there's a Pixel Buds Pro don't come with a charging cable. Are you serious? I have a ragdoll, which is a breed that's supposed to be good with learning tricks, but he refuses to do so. Bummer. If they're food motivated, you can definitely do that if you have a clicker. I can show you how I did it. Let's see. What color would I want? I like the coral a lot. Think they'll bring back volume swipe on the Buds? Oh yeah, they will. It definitely. It says they will. USB-C charging cable so separate. Yeah. It does say that? Does it actually say that? Oh no, we have an IPX rating. Oh, it's only an IPX4. X4? That's like the bare minimum. Why do everyone, like, why do people just keep doing the IPX4s? You know what's actually crazy is the OnePlus Buds Pro. These actually have IP55. Isn't that crazy? IP55. These actually sound pretty good too. 38 hours of battery life. What's this one? $31. Wow. I will say, I do really like the OnePlus Buds Pro. They're actually great sounding earbuds for the price. Yeah, definitely worth comparing them. I think they have some good competition there. Yeah, 6A seems like a good deal. Could you go into more of the call sound quality for headphones when you do them for those that need something for work meetings? Yeah, definitely we'll be doing that more. I actually started putting together a rig for earbuds because I don't know. Let's see. So I have this right here, which is actually really great for headphones because it fits over it like with a really easy and good seal like that. But earbuds are really hard because it's all like contingent on like how you fit it into the ear. And so sometimes I feel like I re-record earbuds over and over and over again to make sure I get a good quality take on it. It's just so hard. And so those earbud videos are like, it's like a lot of work, and I get hand cramps because I'm holding it in place for hours because I'm recording a song, you know, X many times over for each earbud that I'm comparing. And then if I feel like the take wasn't good enough. So what I did is I got some PVC tubing. And speaking of the OnePlus Buds Pro, so what I can do now is get the right ear tip because this one's too big, but like you can actually put it into here. Let's do this. You can actually fit it in there. I had to get the right earbuds. Yeah, I don't have a way to show you right now. But yeah, you have the right earbud in there. And then what I'm doing is I have a thinner tube that'll slide into here. And then I bought the same microphones that are in here. So they're DPA mics, the Omni ones. So it's like, you know, $1,300 in mics. And so for two of them, and what I'm going to do is put the microphone on this end and seal it. I'm going to plug it so that you have a really solid, good seal. And I'll have two sets of these, and I can record a stereo output of that, like so I can have like, yeah, both earbuds or whatever, and get a much better recording of the earbuds so you can hear the comparative sounds in a more equitable manner that is a little bit more accurate. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Hopefully that works out. But yeah, this rig will be showing up a bit soon. I have microphones coming on Friday so that I can finish this rig for earbuds. So that's gonna be very exciting. You'll definitely see that coming and showing up soon. But definitely some stuff with this is coming out in the next few days or so. But yes. All right, I think that's it for now. I'm gonna get working on some stuff with this. Make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when I post new videos. There's going to be one probably tomorrow, and then maybe one on Sunday with this. So yes, go check it out, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for July for Buds Pro. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I always appreciate the fact that you show up. It's very humbling to see that there's hundreds and hundreds of people. Like there's like over 700 people here at one time, which is nuts. So it's crazy that many people even show up to like watch Google I/O with me. Oh, the tricks. Yes, Jess, you're right. You're right. My goodness, we would have ended without that, and that would have been a shame. Hold on. Okay. Give a clicker. Ruby's in another room, but she's running over because she can hear. Okay. Cloud, sit. Sit. Cloud. Sit. Oh, you're stuffing away. You don't know where to sit. Cloud. Can you sit your butt? Sit your butt. Good job. Ruby, up. Come on up. I know. Hey, chick paw. Chick paw. Good job. Hey, can you stand up? Stand up. Stand up. It's harder because he usually doesn't stand up on the desk. Stand up. Good. Good job. Okay, now it's your sister's turn. Okay, Scoozy. Okay, Ruby. Ruby, up. Ruby, up. Good job. Okay, can you sit? Ruby, sit. Sit. Good job. Siamese. You let your cat get away with everything? Yeah, both Siamese. He's like a longer hair one, and she is a red point. So I call her Ruby, because Ruby red. And then like Ruby on Rails, and Cloud is like cloud stored in internet and stuff. Ruby, shake paw. Ruby, shake paw. Ruby, hello? Shake paw. Good job. Oh, she hears something from somewhere else. I think she has ADD. Big time. Come on. Eat your stuff. She's a slower eater. He will like inhale everything. Ruby, high five. Good job. Okay, last one. Ruby. Stand up. Stand up. Usually she's a lot lower from me, so she stands up. There you go. Good job. Cloud. High five. Good job. Do you know that Android 13 Beta 2 is available for Pixel devices? Yeah. Alright. Good job. Alright. That's the end of the stream. Hope you enjoyed the after show. They're so precious. You did such a good job training them. This is such a lovely wind down from the keynote. Yes, thank you so much, Jessica, for reminding me and sharing in my love for my kitties. Okay. Well, thanks so much for everyone hanging out with me. Yeah, there's more content coming out soon. Hopefully see you there in the comments and everything. And once again, giveseeker.com, SEEKR.com. Check out because they sponsor the stream and made this possible. So thank you so much. All right, take care. Have a great one. Bye.